9, 2, 1.
Live?
Yes, now you are. Yes.
Thank you. Welcome, everyone, to Advantage in Paradise. Joining us every Monday for some fun, live, actual play D&D.
Join us for some fun.
Join us for some fun stuff. Who knows? Join us in the lounge for some light jazz and refreshments. Except no, we're gonna play creepy music because we're in a dungeon. Anyway, welcome to Advantage in Paradise, episode 22, where our adventurers are still navigating through a dark dungeon. As always, a few announcements are our audio is provided by a combination of Sirenscape, Tabletop Audio, and licensed music from soundstripe.com. All great services. Go check them out. For those of you... Soundstripe.
Make your sound a stripe.
For those of you who are joining us so far, if you are a subscriber to the channel, you should be able to use our new emotes now, which is very exciting. We have a tier 1 will unlock a lovely emote of cow and a D20 and a nat 20 and a nat 1.
You made me
and
tier 1. Son of a bitch.
We only had 2 spots for tier 2 and tier 3. Tier 2 you can get smirking Scarlet, and in tier 3 you can get Wyswick being showered by gems. Very exciting stuff. These are brought to us by Spectisa, which you can find her information on our social media shoutouts, I'm sure, for today, but also you'll find her information on our Twitter channel. You can find her at Spectisa. Great artist, pleasure to work with. It was a lot of fun to get these emotes made, and we're excited to bring them to you now. I'm going to turn it over now to Shannon for her social media shoutouts. I'm going to turn the creepy music off for this. Save that for the session.
Appreciate that. Okay, so yeah, as Sean mentioned, the first person I have on my list is Spectisa for making our Twitch emotes because they're amazing and I cannot stop looking at them. So thank you, Spectisa, for making those for us. You are so talented and we love them. Second one I would like to shout out, I've shouted them out before, but my solid sterling silver D4, so gonna focus. Nope. All right. Well, you can kind of get the idea. From Dragon's Horde Dice Co. has arrived, and it's real cool, and I can't wait to use this for Scarlet's Dagger damage tonight. So thank you, Dragon's Horde. It's beautiful. Now, I would also like to shout out at Roll Sixes, who I'm pretty sure is in the chat right now. You've been super sweet and retweeting and commenting and liking lots of things on Twitter. So thank you, friend. You're amazing. I would also like to shout out at Druzen RPG, who's also been retweeting and commenting on a bunch of things. So you guys are great. They just joined in January, so let's get them some support. Woohoo! And last person I would like to shout out is at SD Endicott. I got to play a one-shot with them on Friday, and it was a lot of fun. I got to play a Spitfire of a Storm Cleric named Georgie, and I can't wait to play her again because she was a lot of fun. And I know that was more than 3, but I had a lot of love to give today. So I'm done.
Is she
What
creepy
is that
music?
face? You're muted.
You're muted.
It'd be great if we could hear Sean.
No, I'm just gonna. You just have to
Read your lips.
my lips.
Actually,
for the
no.
rest of the
Kieran could do that.
Kieran
so.
could.
Oh, that's for you.
So, Stefan, please.
All
give us the
right.
recap.
So, all right, everyone.
Sorry.
Let's get into it.
Yeah. Stop distracting.
All right, so we're gonna jump right into the session tonight. This music is creepy. All right. Here we go. Last we met, the heroes of Maginset, separated in the depths of these forgotten barrows, rushed to reunite at the cries of Wyswick and Scarlet, for they had triggered a magical trap that released a ferocious basilisk into the enclosed chamber they were in. After some rushing through or after pushing through some rushing water, a skirmish ensued in the waist-deep waters. But our heroes prevailed over the beast, and upon retrieving timber from the previous chamber, you harvested some natural and magical reagents from the basilisk's corpse. You discovered that the pressure plates in this small, imprisoned chamber were the key to opening the stone doorway. As soon as it was high enough for him, Wyswick darted into the dark chamber ahead, much to the frustration of Scarlet. He discovered a darkened chamber with several silhouetted statues, each 10 to 12 feet tall, flanking a long hallway. As he flicked his wrist and cast a spell, he found it drained from the air around him into one of the hulking suits of armor. A bright rune lit on its chest. Unable to use his magic, Wyswick took out his bullseye lantern and continued investigating the long chamber. He found several murals that had been aged thoroughly through the years, and pieced together a few images from what he could see. He found one depicting the town of Maginset, where much of our adventure has taken place. But instead of just being the several rings of the town, there was a towering spire in the center that is not evident today. Before long, his companions joined him in the hall, and as he attempted to warn them of the magical absorbing effects of the suits of armor, Scarlet and Curon both cast spells that were drained into the armor. Soon this behemoth ripped free from its stand as 6 runes glowed across its body. It took much of your strength without any magic to take down the animated armor. Fists of molten fire and blasts of lightning later, and the armor collapsed. The party chased after Wyswick at this point, who had continued further down the hall. When you found him, Scarlet had some harsh words for the curious gnome. From here, you took a short rest by an old decrepit fountain depicting a ruined statue of a strange humanoid figure. After your short rest, you prepared yourself for entering into the next chamber. You found yourself avoiding another resonance trap, this time successfully. And on the other side, you found a small camp of bandits, where most of the bandits seemed to be resting or not present, except for 2 individuals who were resting by the fire and arguing about their current predicament. Seemingly uninterested in keeping a thorough watch, or maybe not expecting any intruders, the 2 were easily knocked unconscious quietly. You pushed onward into the next chamber, and at last you found what you were charged with recovering, the Paladin mask. Though the stranger in yellow that you had fought before is wearing the mask now, as it prepares for a dark ritual. The chamber before you, you stand upon a ridge, looking down into this chamber. There's a deep gap between you and the chamber, a crevasse that looks to be several dozen feet deep, dangerous to fall into. Your ridge descends down to a man-made bridge that leads across to this general platform that the ritual is taking place on. You noticed, before anything began, a small figure of Valen sneaking into this chamber from the left side from your vantage point. This is a strange chamber. The roof is dome-like concave, a mixture of stalactites and natural rock formations, but mingled with man-hewn stone that sort of looks like it's welded into this, almost like an entire structure had collapsed into this rocky formation and been calcified over by natural rock. Strange hallways seem to jut out from above as you are uncertain of what to make of this room. But down below, you see the strangers preparing upon a platform, a humanoid body wrapped in yellow cloaks. It seems to be preparing different reagents and a ritual around it as these 3 stone pillars behind it begin to glow. They look similar to the standing stones in the in Magin's set, except they have more arcane runes on them than the old runic language of Tressex. Two black cloaked figures, the assassins you've encountered before, kneel before the stranger in yellow as it prepares its ritual. He sends another one back, who begins to walk towards the bridge and up towards where you are, potentially going to the bandits. The runes begin to glow brighter as the stranger in yellow turns around, and as he waves sigils into the air, the yellow wrapped body floats up into the air, the yellow cloak around it wrapping tight as it's brought into the center of the three pillars, his ritual beginning. It's at this point that you see above some of these strange, loose structures that jut out from the ceiling that look like hallways begin to glow, varying colors between bright purples and bright greens, as you feel somewhat of a shaking sensation in the tunnel as you see occasionally dust falling from the ceiling. This assassin is beginning to step onto the bridge. You have some time before he'll reach you, but this is where we left off last week. Heroes, what would you like to do?
That's a great question.
So are we going to get the jump on this guy or what?
Yeah, let's do it.
To the bush.
You don't get to talk. You don't get to make the plan. I want the rest of you. What are we going to do? Okay.
Well, I mean, I do think this is our job, right? Let's get it done.
Great plan.
Shall I go and take care of that one on the bridge then?
How will you get the jump on this assassin? If you don't mind me asking. Should
Well,
we let them come closer to us and then I'll descend upon him?
you could. I'm also very sneaky, as you may have noticed.
I have. Is it
you
just
fly?
me, or is Alex like really quiet for anyone else?
Yeah, me too. Yeah, I was just gonna text you, Alex.
No, it's okay.
Sorry. I
Quiet
have
for
the-
you guys, but not quiet for the stream.
Okay, and you're up
Yeah, I would-
all the way on my end.
Yeah. So do you mind repeating what you just said?
Sure. How would you descend upon them?
That's a great question, and one I was hoping one of you sneak spurts could answer.
Well, we don't want to draw attention to the fact that we're here just yet, right? So if one of you, maybe Wyswick, you can create a distraction like right behind him to make him turn around, and then I can go.
How about if I try and destroy those pillars? My shatter spell will be quite effective.
Do you want to go in guns blazing? Like that?
How about this?
Sorry, what's blazing?
Swords blazing.
No, this is good steel. I'm not lighting it on fire.
Wyswick,
Noted.
when we take care of the man on the bridge, you can use your shadow spell. Destroying.
Which
the
spell are you
pillars.
talking about?
I don't know. You have the
I could
Clever.
try and make him go to sleep.
do what you do best, buddy.
For all of your reference, he is heading up the ridge now, and he'll be upon you in the next minute or so.
We
I'll
also
just
have pet.
hide now. When he gets up here, we can all just, jump out at him and hit him over the head.
Good enough for me. Cal
Well,
rolls to a hiding position.
All at,
we-
all at once?
Yes.
Well, you would go first, obviously.
Sean, we still have Pass Without a Trace.
Did you cast it after? Oh, you cast it during the. Yep, you're right. You do. Yeah, because you cast it for the resonance trap.
So we take this guy out when he first gets up here, and then we can focus on the masked yellow man
Yes.
and his
We can get down
accomplice.
there.
Yes.
Do you want me to put him to sleep, or are you guys gonna take care of it?
I'd say we let Scarlet do what Scarlet does best.
I think your sleep spell, can't he like shake it off if he can? So that I think the
Well, if he has enough constitution, he can resist it.
Wyswick, save your energy. I have a feeling you're going to need it.
also good point.
You start to hear the footsteps of the.
Go,
assassin.
go,
Quickly,
go.
hide.
Go. I
Stealth
hide.
checks.
Stealth, yes.
Give me your stealth check.
All right.
All right.
Off to a good start.
22.
And we still pass without a trace up?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, 32.
32. I have 32 as well.
Nice.
I had a 35.
35. Okay. Kieran.
25.
Nice. Cal.
Oh, lovely 15.
With the pass without a trace?
Oh yeah.
Hey, that disadvantage to the armor is gonna kill you.
Yeah.
I forgot about
Timber.
that.
32.
Okay, I'll say the 30s. Keep the 15s safe. I imagine when Cal did the roll into stealth position, you had to, each of you kind of rushed into to pad his landing as he started to ring out a little bit from the heavier armor on him. But you are all, as far as you know, successfully stealthed as you start to hear the footsteps coming up closer and closer to this doorway. Scarlet, you said you are in the front. What would you like to do?
I would like to attempt a stealth kill of this guy.
Okay, so it's going to be, you may be stealth in this position, but you have to essentially get him right.
Yeah.
When he comes up to your position, so you're going to
Right.
have to do the grapple check without the advantage of without the full advantage of the stealth, because he's gonna see you pretty much right away.
Yeah.
But you don't get disadvantage.
Okay.
Kieran quickly gives her a little bit of guidance.
All right. All right. So you start to hear the steps coming closer. He turns around. He turns the corner, and he's kind of looking up over you, because I imagine you're all kind of crouched down, and the sort of shadows of Timber's magic are concealing you, almost looking you like just part of the stone cavern. Give me that grapple check, that strength check.
Yes. 17.
Okay. All right. So he rolled a natural 6, which is not going to beat your 17. You come up quickly, and for those of you behind Scarlet, this is like a vision of her assassination skills that, yes, you've seen her prowess in combat. And you saw her sneak up at that bandit and knock them out. But this is like very quickly just stands up, grabs the mouth, sort of puts some pressure on his back, twists him around, and you have him up in a grapple. What would you like to do next?
So the next step would be the
attack roll.
The attack roll, yeah.
Which you have advantage because you grappled him.
Yep. Cool. 19.
19. Okay. That hits. Go. So that, yeah.
That's gonna be a crit, right?
That's gonna be an automatic crit. Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. All right.
Is
So
that
and
with
sneak
your-
attack too, right?
So it's pretty much just an auto kill,
sweet.
because you're going to get an auto crit and full damage with
Yep.
sneak attack. So he's gonna go down. So you very quickly put that pressure point in the back, grab the mouth, twist him around, and just dagger very quickly, very smoothly, right into the neck and out as he begins to bleed down in the front, holding his mouth shut, keeping him quiet. Now roll a stealth roll to bring the body down with advantage.
Oh, thank God. Oh, not better.
You can add 1d4 if you'd like.
Oh, that's right. Yes, thank you. Okay.
I was
so
waiting to hear you panic.
Yeah.
Before reminding you.
Oh, thank God. Dirty 20.
That's a creepy
Oh,
thing
wow.
to say, Steph.
Eh,
30-20, nice. Okay.
I'm creepy.
So you bring the body down slowly, and as far as you're all concerned, quiet as the night.
And I turn around and just nod to them.
Nod back.
Wyswick, not Wyswick. Sorry, Timber starts moving forward, down
Okay.
the bridge.
So as you move back into the chamber, you notice kind of across the ridge, the lights start to glow much brighter in the chamber below. And as you step up toward the edge of the cliff, keeping low still to conceal yourself and looking down, you see the crevice that was once just deep and dark, and the only thing you could see were the tips of stalagmites, is now sort of this strange sea of magical energy roiling over itself like an ocean, deep purples and mingling with black and shadow with occasional dots of starlight. There seems to be some strange effects in this chamber, some strange astral effects within this space. As you notice above, lights shining in from these strange hallways above, as the stones begin to glow brighter within the they have these hollowed out circles at their tips with crystals within them that begin to glow a similar light to the astral sea you're seeing within these. Pretty much anywhere where there's shadow, there seems to be this effect, almost like a rift, almost like a fusion of potentially the astral sea in this chamber. It's frightening, and it shines in your face like lightning almost. What would you like to do?
Wyswick, can you make people invisible?
I don't think it's the time for that. I mean, I only have one more cast of that, and I was planning on using it offensively. I think we need to get down there quickly and handle this. I don't think it's time to take it slow.
Are you whispering?
Yes.
Good.
Cal draws his sword and begins going down the ridge.
I cast
Yeah,
Blur.
when I started, after I nodded to them, I turned around and started slinking away down the ridge.
Okay.
As she's
don't-
leaving, Kieran taps her with some vigilant blessing.
Thank
Nice.
you.
All right.
I
So
don't know
as
if I'm slinking. I think I'm just walking.
are you trying to stealth or are you not trying to stealth?
I'm trying to
It's
stealth.
a fairly open chamber, but you could get fairly close. You also can notice when you get back to the top after kind of being in awe for a moment at this sort of astral phenomenon happening. You sort of just see in that, like hiding in a corner, just like holding his bow, is Valen. Just like occasionally looking over, just like, I can't do this. Like he's alone.
Right.
He thinks he's alone.
So he hasn't seen us yet.
Not yet, because you've rolled pretty high on your stealth checks.
Sean.
Okay.
Is at any time that he looks over, like Kieran's gonna wait for like a few seconds, maybe like 30 seconds, to see if Valen looks at all in this direction, and if he does, he's gonna like kind of try to wave while still trying not to be noticed by the people down. That's all.
I'm walking dramatically down this ridge.
Yeah, I don't think Wyswick's waiting 30 seconds to track
Sean.
these things.
Sean.
So you're just walking in.
All right, so Huron's trying to get the attention of Valen.
Yes.
The rest of you are pretty much just walking down dramatically, except Scarlet. I'm imagining essentially Scarlet starts to stealth down, and the rest of you walk around
walk
her,
by.
start walking down.
Sean.
Yeah.
Can I hold concentration if I shift?
Oh, that's a good question. I would say,
As long as I cast it.
Works
Yeah.
for druids.
yeah, it works for druids. I'd say there's no mechanic in there that would mean that you can't hold concentration. You're not taking damage, so I wouldn't make you do any kind of concentration check.
Okay. In that case, I'm going to shift.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, into wolf form.
Yes.
Great. Good to know. All right. So You're not stealthing down. You're just coming down. All right.
I'm stealthing.
All right. Well, you're stealthing. In that case, Kuron, you don't really need to stealth if you don't want to. You can just try to wave down. You can even shout, I guess, at this point.
Oh my god.
Kieran would be trying to do it stealthily, not exactly noticing his companions boisterously setting forth.
No, boisterous is the wrong word here. I'm walking calmly down this ridge.
They're
Do you have
just
another
not going.
monologue prepared?
It's definitely
No,
what you would
I don't
notice
monologue.
is that Cal. I imagine you really at this point you're noticing that they're not really paying attention.
Mm-hmm.
They're presuming a lot of safety here because they're deep in the bowels of a barrow that has all these monsters. They weren't expecting anyone to come from this direction. That's what you got from the bandits' behavior. Those bandits would have been much more on guard if they thought anyone was coming through this way.
Yeah, Rupert and Meredith.
Rupert and Meredith were not on guard. You hear quietly from the next room. As you're walking down and you sort of see this roiling sea around you, occasionally a crack of lightning from the sea in the crevasse up to one of the passageways. You gather down on the other side of the bridge, I'm imagining at this point. Kuron, I want you to just...
Yeah, I just want to say, like, about the time where everybody gets on the other side of the bridge, I want to be, like, in the middle of the bridge and just preparing to cast my big spell. Like, my level, I'm just casting level 2 Shatter whenever everybody's ready. Like, I have it ready.
You're, like, preparing it, like, you're holding an action if something happens, essentially. So... I'll warn you there. If you want to hold an action for something, I'd say this isn't really the time to hold an action, because, I mean, I guess if I'd say it's not holding an action. It's just you're gonna cast it when you want to cast it. Because if you're holding it, it's like lasts for 6 seconds and the spell disappears.
Well, I mean,
know what
I
you
get that. I
know.
plan on casting it in 6 seconds.
I know what you mean.
Yeah.
So we're at the foot of the bridge. We're across it.
Yes, you get to the foot of the bridge, and Kuron, just before we do this, I want you to give me a quick perception. No, he's trying to get Valen's attention, but in a quiet way. I was thinking performance because he's trying to be stealthy, but also get someone's attention. I'm imagining because he doesn't want the cultist to see him, but he wants him to see him. So. Performance, yeah. Let's get a performance check from you.
10.
Perfectly lukewarm. Let me. You know what? I'd say. Looking at it.
Well, Valen's about to know we're here anyway, so.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. I'll say 10 is enough, though. Just enough for Valen to notice you, and he sort of spots you, especially because you guys kind of have this connection. But you see he spots you, and you see and then after seeing you, he kind of trails down the ridge and sees your companions just approaching the bridge. He just gives you a nod, draws an arrow.
But then Kieran's gonna quickly try to catch up with his party, so he's not too far behind.
Unless you're about to do something, Sean.
Yeah, I was just going to do one thing, but if there's anything you want to do, I'd say you're all at the bridge right now. You're about to cross the bridge. Is there anything you want to do before you cross the bridge?
Oh, I thought we had crossed the bridge. Okay. Yeah, cross the bridge.
Okay. As you're crossing the bridge, sort of, and this is flavor, but also, I guess, relevant to the coming conflict, but you had seen some of those lightning arcs coming across. There's a strange point where you're deadly focused on the ritual, where you see these two assassins have not lifted themselves from their kneeling position. The stranger in yellow is sort of just doing sigils in the air as the body is centered in between these pillars. You notice out of one of these passageways, you notice this long, like, effervescent void magic looking worm just passes out of one of these astral passages and into another. There's just some kind of strange perforations of the material plane happening in this chamber as you're approaching this combat.
My favorite.
As you get to the other side of the bridge, and I'm not rolling well tonight. You're on the opposite side, and they do not budge.
Okay.
They're focused on the ritual.
Cal turns around that like pillar that holds up the end of the bridge there and starts walking towards the enemy and goes, "Hello there."
I have to hold like every part of me not to say it. So, to compose myself for a second after that, Cal, you're all following Cal in this. He's leading your pack at this point.
I imagine Scarlet and I would be all around the outside.
Yeah, I'm going
Right.
for the
Yeah.
one on
Like
the
Trailer Park Girls.
on the.
Yes.
How about this? I
Right.
want you. We're gonna position everyone because obviously, upon hello there, you're not gonna get a lot of chance to reposition
No.
before we roll initiative.
Correct.
So let me let's get that going. So Cal's leading the pack. Scarlet and Timber, you want to fan out to the side?
Right.
Yeah, I want to go for the one on the right.
Here's our new.
Oh, Wyswick Mini! Yay!
Alright, I'm fine with this.
I'm gonna reposition.
I'm gonna do a
them.
combat zoom right here. That
There we go.
beauty.
Kieran would be sticking to the middle of the pack.
Okay.
Combat
So that-
zoom. Look at that.
So yeah, so
That's
Wyswick,
cool.
I imagine you might want to stay a little bit behind. I guess I'll just keep Cal or Wyswick and Kieran in the back there. Is that good for everyone?
Yep.
Yeah, that's perfect.
All right. So as you all step down, and this roiling lightning is and this strange creature is passed through the void, and you see these arcs of lightning shooting across everywhere. And as soon as Cal says hello there, the ritual continues, but the stranger sort of hands stop moving, and you all hear within your minds, as it was before. The creature, the stranger in yellow, does not speak verbally, and you get the piercing mind blast of a concept that roughly equates to the sacrifices are here. Present them. And the two assassins stand and rise, turn to you very robotically, and slowly start to step towards you. And that's where we're going to roll initiative.
I don't get a spell.
Oh, hell yeah. Natural 20.
Nice.
All right. Oh, you got natural 20?
29 total.
I personally hate wasting my nat 20s on initiative, but
Yeah, I
Yeah.
personally hate it too.
That's the first nat 20 on that dice.
Yeah.
That's exciting.
Alrighty then. So 20 to 25.
29.
22.
All right, so we got Cal with 22. Scarlet, what was yours? Total.
29.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, you're going first, probably. Timber, did you say you were above 20?
19.
All right, 15 to 20.
19 also.
Who wants to go first? Timber goes first.
I was okay.
I don't want to, but I
Let's
like
go.
this.
Actually, I would
That's
say
a big
Clayton.
Do you want? Yeah, who wants to go first?
Wizard,
You guys are allies.
All right, Alex omits to me. I want to go first.
Okay. Wyswick's first, then. Okay. Kieran, what'd you get?
6.
6. Okay. Oh dear. And okay. All right, Scarlet, you're up first.
Okay. I'm going to use my movement to get up to that the assassin that's closest to me. And so that'd be 5,
yep.
10, 15.
Yeah, you can make it, sure.
Okay. And stabby stab.
Go for it.
Wait a minute. What's 19? Yep, 19.
That hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
3 plus 4, 7 points of piercing damage.
All right. You do not get
Yeah,
sneak attack.
yeah. And then bonus action disengage, and I'm going to back up 15 feet.
You can get 10 feet back.
Okay, that's fine. Just back up.
All right, so you dash forward and you just sort of slide in front of them and bring a slice across their side as the assassin does not react. The damage hits, but it just like slices across their side and blood starts pouring out, and they just.
Oh.
As you then are like, fuck this, and disengage back.
Yep.
All right, Cal, you're up, and the assassins, and then Wyswick's on deck.
I'm tempted to do something. Sean, if I jump over that altar, can I make it to the man in yellow?
Let me check.
That's enough.
I'll allow an acrobatics check.
Oh.
Yeah, we're gonna do this. Yeah, that'll probably apply, right? Like an 18. 13 plus 5 is 18.
Nice.
18?
Yeah.
I'll allow it. Yeah, you dash
Nice.
forward. You have literally just enough speed to slide across the top, especially because the actual body's not on it anymore. And you can definitely slide across and be right on the stranger.
I will commit a stab. What is he holding? Is he holding a weapon? I know he's moving his hands around.
Skull.
So yes, I'll describe to you what the stranger looks
Sorry,
like.
yeah.
So he looks as he did before, the yellow cloak that goes across his whole body. But where there was a shadowy face before, there is the mask from earlier.
Mm-hmm.
In his left hand, he has a staff with a human skull on the top that he's using to somewhat channel the spell. In his right hand, he has a long sword that looks particularly strange. The blade is shattered looking, as you see this it almost moves like a snake.
Oh yeah.
As the metal is connected by a black ooze. An item that is courtesy of the Underground Oracle.
Oh, love those guys.
Hey.
Which we'll credit that in a tweet later, just for those who want to check it out.
I'm going to use disarming it.
Oh, okay.
Which, Jesus Christ, which is a nat 20.
So-
Disarming strike is what it is. It's one of
So
your
it's a
maneuvers,
disarming strike or disarming attack. It's called
disarming attack. Okay.
and it's just you roll a normal attack, and if it hits, they have to do a strength saving throw.
Or if they fail, if they drop it.
Yeah.
Okay. Strength, you said.
Yes.
What's the DC?
13.
Rolled a natural 16, so he maintains.
Fucker. All right. Well, still in that 20.
Still nat 20. Deal that damage.
7 plus the disarming superiority for a 13.
And that's just the rolls.
Yeah, added to the damage. I was right. 13 is just the rolls. Yep.
13s, and then your modifier.
My modifier is a plus 5 on that one.
So 18 total, 13 for the crit.
Yep.
Oh, Jesus Christ. All right, so you dash up and you all see this is exactly like the this reminds you of the bandit attack on Imagine Set, where Cal just takes initiative and leaps into assault mode as he dashes between the two assassins who don't even seem to notice him. They just sort of turn like this as he skids across this altar and lands in a 3-point pose, rapier up, as he just brings it and slaps it and stabs it across the arm of the stranger in yellow, who almost drops his weapon but maintains it at the cost of the blade ripping through his forearm. And you just see this inky smoke coming out as he just sort of and turns to you, but
I wink at him.
you deal excessive damage to him.
Like, my face is still very serious, but it's just a quick, like, bam, wink.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Okay. All right, that is the assassin's turns. All right, so the first one, they're both gonna dash towards Scarlet because she's closest to them. Actually, yes.
Autopilot engaged.
Oh no!
Oh, man.
Shit.
I'll say the first one doesn't get the flanking advantage, only the second one does, as they both attack you.
Oh, thank you. You're so merciful.
All right, let me get a different die because that one's not serving me well.
No, use that one.
All right, so the first one attacks you for... Oh, maybe I shouldn't have changed that. It's a natural 20.
No!
But luckily it's the first one, so they don't get sneak attack on you.
Yeah, but still.
Okay.
I'm not at full health, guys.
Oh, boy.
So don't worry, it's just a short sword attack.
Yeah, okay.
So that is going to be 9 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
Bad? You know,
And then you need to make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, god damn
could be
it.
worse.
That's a 10.
Okay, that is just enough to make
Oh.
the save.
Thank god.
The second one's gonna attack you now, though.
With the flanking advantage.
With
Mhm.
advantage, which is 24 to hit.
Yeah.
All right, you're gonna take 5 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
As one of them comes up to you, and it's strange because they start to sort of walk in that autopilot mode, but then as soon as they're within attack range, they immediately dash into their assassin mode, and you see, and then as one slices across your chest, and you sort of like stumble back, the other one comes out of nowhere, almost behind you, just to slash across the back of your calf, as you just take these 2 deep cuts and just. All right, that is the assassin's turn. Wyswick, you're up.
Okay. So Wyswick was ready to cast something, and then he looks at Cal running ahead and changes his plan on the fly. Swirls his hands around, decides that he's gonna go with a level 2 magic missile,
Okay.
and we're gonna use my modifying to make those radiant damage.
Okay.
Because we remember from the last time we fought this guy and his buddies.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to target all 4 magic missiles at the
Stranger.
No, at the
Oh, okay.
assassin closest to. Well, I guess both are flanking Scarlet, but I'm
Yeah.
going to focus the one that she had initially attacked.
All right, go ahead and roll to attack.
Okay, I only have 2 d4s, so you're going to hear me roll again. That was a 4 and a 1, and another 4 and another 1. So that's 10 plus 4, 14 damage direct to that guy, radiant damage.
Ooh, 14. All right. And that is the left or right one?
Which one did you attack, Scarlet?
I think
Right.
it's the one on my right. Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay, then that's what I go for. 4 glowing ball orbs of light float above my head, and then it's kind of like they disappear in place and then appear in front of them, and then just like shoot beams down like
I like that, yeah.
crisscrossy.
Yeah, so you see Wyswick trace these sigils across the air. They become 4 beams of light that blink out of existence and then blink right in front of this assassin and all just pierce through him at once. And that was 14 radiant damage?
Yes.
All right. Okay, anything else, Wyswick?
I think Wyswick is going to move 30 feet towards the altar. Or 25 feet
altar.
towards the altar.
25 feet towards the altar, all right.
A little bit off to the side, like maybe like 5 feet. Yeah, just so I'm just not lined up with Cal.
Okay. All right. Timber, that's you next.
I'm gonna get in flanking position with Scarlet.
Flanking with Scarlet, you got it.
And bite.
Bite away, good sir. $19, that'll hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
All right, while I'm doing that, roll a DC 13 strength saving throw.
Okay. Oh, because you're in wolf form. That's right. I need to change the mini.
Getting lunged.
That's cocked. That's worse. How much damage?
10 damage.
10 damage. He is prone. You immediately come up. He's not expecting you to come up in that wolven form, and you just lunge at him and bring him down to the ground and bite into his shoulder and start shaking violently as he's giving no reaction, kind of like the whites in Game of Thrones, but just like he's trying to get up and is probably going to go for an attack on you, but that's not his turn yet. But he is prone.
And then I'm going to use my bonus action to shift quickly and gain temporary hit points. So go back to hybrid form and use the racial.
Yep, you got it.
Okay. And that's the end of my turn.
All right. So next is the stranger.
Stranger danger.
Boy.
What are you selling?
All
Got
right,
a lot of
let's-
good things on sale there, stranger.
So the the stranger, having taken this assault from Cal, turns around and just looks to him. And let's see, what is he going to do? He's gonna go up. Oh, we can't use that on you. Okay. All right. So the first thing he's going to do. Oh, that's not. He is going to go for a attack on you. Just looking at some things, but I don't want to do that. He's going to go for 2 attacks on you with his
Okay.
long sword. Oops, one of those. Okay, so one of those is definitely not going to hit because it's a natural 1. And the other one
His sword
is the other one is a 18 to hit.
I have 18 AC.
So that's just enough to hit. All right. Okay. Sheesh. Oof. So that is. How much was this? That is 8 points of slashing damage
Mm-hmm.
and 4 points of acid damage. As the sword almost moves like more like a whip than a long sword, as it almost like wraps around your well, the first one misses as you duck back, but then he kind of brings it back down and it just sort of slaps across your entire shoulder and almost digs into your flesh for a moment and then pulls out, ripping your skin, but also leaving this burning acid feel across your back as it starts to burn your cloak away a little bit.
Got it. So I'm going to actually repost that one he missed.
Okay, great, go for it.
So he missed with the second one, and I reposted.
We'll put it that way, yeah.
Responding with a nice big. Wait, hang on. Let me check the rules. damage roll. Never mind. That's still a 21.
That hits.
6 plus 6 is 12 damage, plus 5 is 17.
Oof. Oh, jeez. All right, so you feel this blade ripped out of your shoulder, the burning sensation as he's going in for his second strike, and you dodged in the right way, bring the rapier up through the cloak just at the right time, dealing significant damage as he reels back. And that will be his turn. Kieran, you're up. And then Scarlet, you're on deck.
Does Valen not get a turn?
Valen does get a turn. Thank you.
Good call.
I am bad at NPCs being around for things.
It's totally understandable.
You know what's
He's my
funny?
friend, and
There's all these 19s. Valen rolled a 19, so I'll say he goes before you. All
That's
right.
fair. That's kind of why I asked too. I was like, "There's no way he didn't."
So true. So this all happens, Kieran, you're getting ready for your turn, and this is when Valen steps out from the shadows, pulls his bow back for two longbow attacks on he's gonna kind of do that. He's gonna dash forward and do them as he's running towards the stranger, but his main goal is to get towards the fray where the assassins are to help you all out. But he's going to fire 2 of these arrows at the stranger as he passes by. He's going to have a hard time a little bit with it, but let's go. All right. So both of those are going to hit. Valen, you bastard. This is going to be a moment where I get the how do I want to do this?
How do I want the NPC to kill a big guy? Stealing the glory from the players.
Woo! That's a lot of damage. So that's going to be, in total with both of them, that is going to be 19 points of damage. Valen, you bastard. All right, so Valen has dashed forward. You see him just fire off these 2 arrows at lightning speed before he slides into position, ready to help you all with the assassins. Kieran, now you're up.
So Kieran's gonna move 30 feet towards the tomb, but still wants to remain within 10 feet of the proned assassin, if that makes sense.
Okay.
Kind of through Wyswick.
You can move through
Right.
Timber and get to right at the corner of the tomb.
Yeah, okay. Yes, that's exactly what I wanted.
So let me make sure. Yeah, you can avoid the opportunity attack.
Right.
All right. Go ahead.
And then once there, he will take out his reliquary, holding it above, and say, Ilyuvana, bless us in our fight against your foes. And he's going to activate his Twilight Sanctuary.
Okay.
I still have temp HP.
Exactly, so do I. But now you can get more.
All right. So, what's the radius on that again?
30 feet.
30 feet. All right. And that's a 30-foot radius, right?
Correct. Yep. And inside is dim light. That's very Twilight-esque. Similar to like the darkness spell, but instead of darkness, Twilight.
Nice. Get to actually use my new radius tool.
Ooh, fancy.
Gonna be obstructing everything.
It's gonna float over it, probably.
I just want to see Cal's within it.
Yeah, he should be.
Yeah, he definitely is.
Valen,
Valen isn't, but
till his next turn.
yeah, Valen will probably be in it in his next turn. But excellent. So that gives everyone.
When they
How does that
end
work
their
again?
turn, they get 1d8 temp hit points, or they get cured of. What are the 2 effects?
I think it's
or
charm or
frightened.
fear. Oh, cool. Perfect. All right, so you watch as that light splinters out from the rectory, and you're all familiar with what you've now been overwhelmed with. All right, anything else, Kieran?
Gonna cast Spiritual Weapon, spawning it behind the masked man in yellow.
Cool.
The masked creature in yellow. Aberration. Monster.
Oh, we gotta think of a cool name for him now.
The glaive or
No, well, actually, both.
All right,
And
go
does
ahead and
that get
attack. It does get an attack.
advantage? Okay.
It does, yeah.
Big yellow cowl.
It's going to be a 21 to hit
That hits.
for nice
pallid
12
ghost.
points of force.
How much damage?
12 force.
Well, nice. Ooh. Okay. All right. Is that all?
And that's going to end my turn. And let's see if I get. All right, 2 temp hit points.
2 temp hit points. All right. So, as you do this, the stranger in yellow is going to use one of his legendary actions.
Ah,
I was waiting for it.
no.
All right, so you see him noticing this onslaught happening. He's going to tap the staff once down, and you see sort of this force shoot out from it, and all of the astral light starts to light up all around as you feel this strange sensation as your arms begin to float above you. And you float maybe a few inches off the ground, and then you're all pushed back 10 feet. And I'm going to need you all to make strength saving throws.
Magical?
It is magical.
Yeah, advantage. Except I have a -2 to strength.
Yeah, welcome to the club.
All right, it's Scarlet. What'd you get?
Natural 20.
Natural 20. All right. Timber, what'd you get?
3.
Kieran, what'd you get?
13.
Wyswick,
17.
Cal.
At 25.
Okay, so you all take 3 points of force damage, but you maintain your position and don't get pushed back 10 feet. Timber, you're going to take 6 points of force damage, and you are pushed back 10 feet, which is going to give that assassin a disadvantaged attack of opportunity on you because he's prone. That is going to be 15 to hit.
Doesn't hit.
All right,
Just
so you
doesn't.
do some. He goes to swipe at you with his short sword, and you just, in the middle of the air as you're flying back through this gravitational attack, you just dodge out of the way. Let me do a saving throw for Valen.
Oh no, he might get pushed into the chasm.
So thank God he is 10 feet from the chasm because he rolled a natural 1 on that. As you see, Valen gets pushed back by this gravitational push, and you see he actually grasps onto the side of the cliff as it pushes him off for a moment, and he has to drag himself on, holding onto his bow, but he maintains his position. He takes 6 points of damage. All right, that brings us to the top of the round with Scarlet.
Okay. So the last guy had cut my leg, so I'm going to imagine that it kind of like dropped me a little bit, and as I'm doing it, I'm going to hold my position against that force that was there, and then I'm going to drive my dagger down into the guy who's prone.
Go for it. Attack with that advantage.
Nice. That was the same thing both times. 16.
16 will hit, and you
Yay.
get sneak attack because you have advantage.
Yay! It's been a long time since I did sneak attack. All right, 7 plus 7, 14 points piercing damage.
Oh, nice. All right. So you watch this I mean, he's down on the ground, and you just sink your blade into his gut, and you just see this blood come out of his mouth, but dead eyes.
How's he looking?
He looks like he just puked up some blood, and he's staring at you like he's gonna kill you.
Cool. Well, I guess it doesn't really matter which one I hit. So bonus action, offhand attack the one that's on the ground.
All right, go for it.
That is a 22.
22 will hit.
Yep. And 1 point of piercing damage.
Nice. 1 point of piercing damage.
Woohoo.
So you're freaked out by the look of this guy just staring at you. You just sort of rip your dagger out, flip it around, and just go, and you just barely slice across the cheek of the other fighter or the other assassin. Anything else?
Nope, that's it.
Cal, you're up.
Temp HP, temp HP, temp HP.
Yes, temp HP
Oh,
for Scarlet 3.
Thank you.
I'm gonna use a bonus action. Second wind.
All right. Go ahead and roll to heal yourself.
I gain not that much. 10. It's 10 health. That's actually not bad. 10. Okay.
10 health?
10 health, yeah. I roll a 6 plus 4. And now I'm gonna stab.
Go for it.
Thanks. So I'm going to use. I'm going to use disarming attack again.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm going to use disarming attack again, and we're going to go.
Go ahead and roll.
15 plus 5. It's a 20.
That'll hit.
Excellent.
Strength save, right?
Yep.
That is a 16.
Yeah, he passes, so we hold on to it.
Okay.
4 plus 4 plus 5 is 13 damage.
13 damage. All right. All right. Anything else?
How's he looking after that?
I'd say the cloak is starting to tatter in a familiar way. In the sense of you see those seeping shadows coming out of it.
Mm-hmm.
He's not. I wouldn't say he's looking bloodied, but he's taken a lot of damage.
I'm gonna action surge and do it again.
Go for it. All right.
Disarming strike.
Go ahead.
17
forget-
plus 5, 23. Don't
advantage.
forget what? Oh, the advantage?
Flanking. Yeah, from flanking.
Okay, so 23. 17 plus 5.
That'll hit.
Okay. 8 plus 7. Plus,
15.
Yep, thank you. Plus
Mhm.
5.
20.
Jesus.
Oh wait, how much damage was that?
No, that was 20.
20?
20. Also, did he pass his
He did not. He drops his weapon.
I did say 20. It was 8 plus 7 plus 5.
Yeah, that's 20.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah.
They're just coming out, whipping out that superiority dice.
Oh yeah, no, I just burned all of them. So
Anything else?
An action surge, so yeah.
no.
Okay.
No.
All right. So that is the assassin's turn. All right. So they're gonna go for Scarlet. Yeah, and they're just gonna go for Scarlet. That's who they're around.
Yeah.
First one. That is a. That is a 14 to hit.
Miss.
All right, the second one is gonna go for you. That is a 15 to hit.
Ah, that just hits.
All right.
I get rid of the temporary hit points first, right?
Correct. It'll automatically do it on D&D Beyond.
Oh, okay. Okay. Cool.
Oh, jeez.
Oh wait,
Yeah, did I get?
Cal. Oh, 8. You got 8 temp hit points.
Nice.
Scarlet, you're gonna take a lot of damage.
Oh well, I only have 13 left, so if it's over that, I'm down.
Well, you get sneak attack on you.
Look at, oh my god, that was a lot of dice.
Maybe some are.
No.
Oh, good thing most of them suck. That is
No joke. 12 points.
Are
of,
you serious? Oh my god, I have 1 left.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
He rolled. There was some ones in those D6s. That's 12 points of piercing damage as this guy leaps up from his feet and just brings his short sword right into your back between your shoulder blades as you're dealing with the other assassin. You had just parried off the blow from the other assassin as you feel the stinging pain in your back and the warm feeling of blood entering into your armor. That brings us to Wyswick.
Temp HP.
Is it at the start or the end of his turn?
No, it's at the end of your turn.
Okay. So I think I kind of try and get one of their tent. Maybe hold on. So I was attacking the one on the east side, correct?
Correct. Yes.
So I want to step, like circumnavigating the one that is in front of me. Like I'm gonna step into like Huron's location and then move to the east. So I'm 10 feet away from it, but I am like parallel with the easternmost assassin.
I see what you're saying. So you want to be 10 feet away from the west assassin, but in parallel with them. Or the 10 feet away from the... Say it again.
I'm making a north... taking one square up north, and then 20 feet east.
I see.
He just doesn't want to provoke opportunity.
Right. I would do a diagonal, but it was easier to describe the other way.
10 feet or 15 feet?
10's okay. I kind of want to get up in its face a little, because I'm trying to get it off Scarlet at this point. And I just scream in its face, and I say,
Hey, you dumb idiot! Why don't you have a little bit of this?
Okay.
Wow, scathing rebuke right there.
I'm gonna cast a sweet cantrip. It's known as poison spray.
Ooh,
Except
delicious.
I'm gonna make it radiant poison spray.
Of course you are.
And the way I describe this is have my regular ball of green mist, and I take a light and I kind of just meld it into it, and it starts sparkling, and all of a sudden the green mist turns all different multicolors like a rainbow.
Ooh.
Are you puking like glitter?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's chromatic poisonous spray coming out.
That's exactly what it is.
All right, what's the save on that?
We're gonna make it a intelligence.
Okay. That is a dirty 20.
That's no good. It does no damage at all.
Okay, so you watch as this colorful, this sort of the poisonous spray erupts out of the container and then sort of turns into this colorful light that scatters around this assassin whose eyes are dead set on Scarlet.
Well, maybe when he comes home to his mom, he'll have to explain why he's got sparkles all over him.
He's covered in glitter. Okay. Timber, you're up.
I don't know. Her name was Wyswick. It was very
6 points of temp, Wizzy. 6 points of temp hit points to temp to.
All right. I'm gonna do a thing. Sean, this is the first time I'm gonna do something like this.
Okay.
Play it. I'm going to reach and grab one of my poison vials, and smash it in my hand, or crack it in my hand, and then go up to the guy I was attacking and go for a.
Go for it. Well, that'll hit.
Oh.
Yeah, that'll definitely hit.
Cool.
This is the poison you made the other day?
Yes.
And that's an injury poison, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So go ahead and roll damage.
6 damage.
What's that?
1d4 poison damage as well.
Yes.
Okay.
Go for it. There's poison on your claws.
3 poison damage.
3 poison damage. Nice. Yeah, unless you just start like injuring yourself, you're good. Just don't scratch your face.
Right. Exactly. Yeah.
All right. Yeah, definitely. You charge up. You pull the vial out. You smash it against your hand. Did you smash it against your hand, or did you pour it on your claws?
I poured it on my claws.
Okay. Yeah. Just because you said smash it, and
that was for flavor. I don't know.
I know. I get it.
I was trying to be cool. It's
I'll say
not a real.
I'll say you're smarter than that. You really pull the cork out. And you just sort of like pour it across your hands. It's sort of this viscous black liquid that has these little veins of red liquid within it that just coat your entire hand as you go in for that strike. And you watch as the poison goes through the veins of the assassin. All right. So the stranger is going to use another legendary action. So on this, you're going to watch. I guess some of you would notice this, but he taps his staff down again. The eyes of the skull light up, and you watch as these sort of spectral red beams go across the room, and they pierce into the back of the assassin you just attacked, Alex. And you watch as his entire body starts to slowly burn up and disintegrate, as you watch his flesh and blood just sort of, and then it all siphons over to the stranger in yellow, and you watch it all kind of like almost like an actual like vein system wrap around him like a shield, as that assassin is killed and all of his health is given to the stranger as temporary hit points.
All of his full health, or all the health he had left?
All the health he had left.
I never got 10 hit points because I forgot about it after saying it at the beginning of my
I
session.
kept whispering. You got 6.
Oh, thank you so much.
And actually, Timber, you get 7.
Yeah.
All right, so it's Valen's turn next. He's going to take 2 bow attacks and the other assassin.
That's a lot of 10 hit points.
Yeah.
That's a good ability.
Great ability.
I only got like 3 the last time.
All right, 2 attacks. Oh, fuck you, Valen. So Valen missed his first arrow, which skitters and shatters against the wall, but then he aims and hits the guy right in the right spot for a natural 20. And he rolled the maximum out. So that's going to be a lot of damage to this guy. As Scarlet, you watch this horrifying visage of all of this fleshy matter erupt and then siphoned over to the stranger in yellow, and you're just sort of, as you look, as an arrow just pierces right in deep into the clavicle of the assassin in front of you. So much so that it's just the actual fletching that's sticking out. It's so deep into the body, as it just sort of. Huron, your turn.
Dope. Is Valen within 30? Yeah. He gets some temp
Yep.
hit points too. He gets 1. Why not? Everyone
Nice.
gets a temp hit point. To start off, we're gonna have the spiritual weapon slice into the back of Mr. Roby. Oh. 13 to hit.
Does not hit.
All right. Well, then. We're what?
Mhm.
Never mind.
Okay. And then we're going to cast Toll of the Dead on him.
Okay.
Must
That
make
sounds
a Wisdom saving throw, DC 14.
C14. Okay. Oof. Oh wait. There's advantage on saving throws.
No, no.
That's 19.
Yes. Okay. So he's saved.
Okay.
And that'll end Kieran's turn.
Okay.
Him. What? 110.
That brings us to the top of the order with Scarlet.
Okay. I'm going to turn around and sink my dagger into the assassin that's still next to me
Mm-hmm.
with my last bit of strength. 15?
Oh wait. I never did the I never did the actual stranger's turn. I only did his legendary.
Oh, okay.
So he is going to get an attack on Cal. Although Cal,
With
what's
what?
with his he needs to pick up to get his weapon back, he needs to use an action, right?
It's like it's fundamentally on the ground. Like it is no longer.
Okay. Okay.
Did you knock out the staff or the sword?
The sword.
Sword. All right. So he is going to. So you watch him looking at. He sort of is looking about. He's looking back to the cloaked figure that's floating above, that's starting to rotate, and he looks back at you, and he begins to trace some necromantic runes into the air.
No, none of that.
He's going to make a. He's going to hit you.
Oh, is he? Is he going to hit me?
With a ray of enfeeblement. We'll see.
Ooh, he's gonna make you enfeebled.
Where's the spell attack? Sorry. That is a 16 to hit.
Get out of here.
All right. That is not going to hit then. Okay. Oh, that's an action. Never mind. He can't do that. All right. That's it. That's all of his turn. So back to you, Scarlet.
Do you want me to keep the roll that I had before?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, it was a 15.
On the assassin?
Yeah.
Yeah, that hits. Just
Yay.
hits.
Good. No, we have the same AC.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
It's almost like you're both assassins.
5 points of piercing damage.
All right, 5 points of piercing damage.
And then I'm going to bonus action, disengage, and get the fuck out of there.
Wise choice.
Back up towards the pillar so I have something to sit against. I don't know if I can get all the way over there.
The pillar?
No, oh, sorry. No, the edge of the... I'm pointing at my computer screen like you can see it. The, the foot of the bridge. Yeah, right there.
Is that just within 30 feet?
Oh,
Of you?
Yes.
Yes, it is. A
Okay.
radius.
Alright, cool. Well, you get 2 temp hit points.
woohoo! Thanks. Up to 3.
Jesus.
Anything else, Scar?
No, that's all I can do.
All right, Cal, you're up.
I'm gonna do super. We're gonna do something different here. And stab him.
Ooh,
So
wow.
Also,
That's
as I'm making this roll, which is a 17, plus 5, which is a 22. I realized that I've been doing damage wrong this entire campaign.
Really?
Not totally wrong. It's not like horrific. So I thought D&D Beyond would have calculated it in, but because I am a duelist, I should have been giving myself +2 to every damage roll.
Oh, I see.
So
Yeah, you have to click on your rapier in the custom settings and set as your duelist weapon.
Yep.
And then it'll show it.
Yeah.
D&D Beyond, everyone. They don't sponsor us, but we'll give you tips.
It should be. It's just +2 whatever your dex modifier
it's
is.
whatever. Yeah, it's over
So
there.
it's 5 probably, right? Your dex is +3.
No, I'm already at 5 because I'm proficient with it, so it's proficiency +3.
No, you don't get proficiency.
Not for
bonus.
damage.
Not for damage.
Don't add proficiency to damage.
So
only
maybe
to
it is.
attack hit.
Maybe it is calculating it then. Whatever.
All right.
5 plus 5.
To hit?
What? No, 17, 22 to hit.
Oh, I didn't hear you that. Okay, yeah, that hits. So that's 10 points, you said?
Yes.
Okay. All right, so you're kind of like bringing the rapier in and sort of trying to stab through this sort of blood vein shield, and every now it just like sort of concentrates around your blade as it strikes, and you just watch it like this almost solidified blood. As soon as your rapier hits it, sort of splashes down as liquid blood, but it is protecting him and taking the damage for him. Anything else?
No. No.
8 temp hit points.
Thanks.
Okay.
That's the same I had before.
Okay, so nothing happened.
All right, so since we're getting to... Okay, so the assassins are next, but before the assassins go, we're going to have a layer action.
A what?
A layer action.
A layer action.
What is that?
It's something that happens at the 20 initiative count that I should have done last turn, but I didn't.
Dungeons have layers.
So, again, he is going to raise the staff in the air and roll some sigils, and you watch these glowing portals above all start to light up more as just debris, otherworldly debris, starts to fall out of them. You see one has like a flaming rock falls out of it. Another one just has just like an ice sheet fall out of it. There's just several magical.
Is one just a light breeze?
One is definitely a aggressive breeze. As these elemental debris comes in, and I need everyone to make a dexterity saving throw.
Spell?
Yes, spell. Balin fails.
But he's so dexterous.
He rolled a nat 3.
So a 3.
Take some. Scarlet, what'd you get?
19.
19. Okay. Timber, what'd you get?
19.
Nice. Curon.
6.
Wyswick.
16.
Cal.
Double deuces, 22.
Okay. So, Curon, you're going to take 18 points of force damage.
No, you're gonna take 18 points.
Oh my god.
Everyone else is going to take 9 points of force damage.
Well, I'm down.
Owie.
Fuck.
And it's the assassin's turn. He is going to go for Wyswick because he's the closest person to him.
Good luck. He has disadvantage.
Why does he have disadvantage?
Blur.
When did you cast Blur?
He did.
Fight.
Yeah, I recall. Right in the
Okay.
beginning.
Fight.
Cool, no problem. Disadvantage, you said, right? Oh, good thing. That's a natural
Unless
5.
10 rounds have come by.
No, they have not. We're only on.
Okay, cool.
No.
like
So
4.
that does not. Well, what's your AC? That's a 10 to hit or 11 to hit.
I have with mage armor 16.
All right, then it does not hit. All right, so he comes up to go for a short sword into you, but the mage armor holds it back as you see sparks fly as he slides across the magical force, and you resist the hit. He And that. Oh, actually, he gets two attacks. So one more. That one is with disadvantage. That is a 21. Is that it? I'm assuming it hits.
Yes, it hits.
Okay.
If you already had disadvantage, that's all I got.
That's 5 points of piercing damage. Or no. Actually, no. Yeah, 5 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
That is his turn. Which brings us to Wyswick's turn.
I know a lot of things have been going on, but I think Wyswick is most taken aback by the assassin dying and it getting absorbed by the enemy, and then like magical maelstrom coming from the sky. I think the reason why I wasn't paying attention to the assassin and like he hit me was because I was looking back at the other guy and saying like, "Hey, that's cheating! What are you doing? What is this? I don't know that spell."
Wyswick thinks battle is a game.
Well, he does when he's not getting hit, and then he gets stabbed, and now he's scared shitless.
I'm imagining you saying that right as he brings that one short sword down. It skids across with sparks, brings it back up, and it pierces right through the mage armor and stabs Wyswick in the side. And he doesn't feel pain. He doesn't get hit often, so he's just like, "Hey, that's not fair."
Yeah, and he's going to cast another radiant magic missile. Oh wait, can I?
On who?
Yes, I can. It's going to be a level 1 spell. I'm going to put 1 dart in the guy in front of me and 2 in the stranger in yellow.
Okay, go for it.
All right, so we will do the stranger in yellow first. It is radiant damage. I rolled another 4 and another 1, so that's 5 plus 2, 7 damage.
7 damage, all right.
And for the other guy...
So you watch those radiant beams, they come crashing down into the bloody sort of shield he has, and you watch the entire shield just burst and just collapses into a gooey mess. Cal, you get a lot of the assassins.
Like in a dramatic way or in just a gross way?
No, it's dramatic in the sense of like you had just like brought that short rapier in to drop the sword down. He had just attempted to cast a spell into you, and you resisted it, and then just the shield explodes around you as you're just getting ready for your next attack.
Cool.
Wyswick, anything else? Oh, you have the other bolt.
I'm like a World War II medic after a battle.
I mean, it's very like the way the blood splatters is very much like the mud in a World War II battle, I'd imagine.
Oh, okay.
When a mortar goes off nearby and it just splatters across your face, the mud.
Oh man,
dear lord.
I rolled a 2 on my final missile, so that's 3 radiant damage to the assassin.
Okay, so you watch it just crash into the chest and sort of radiate across as he's starting to like stumble as he's trying to go for his attacks on you. Anything else, Wyswick?
I think I don't... Yeah, I'm not going to move. Maybe I'll just take out a dagger.
Mm-hmm.
Just to, like, intimidate him, possibly. I don't think I'll even use it, but maybe it'll give somebody flanking.
Easy enough to do. All right. Timber, you're up.
Speaking of giving somebody flanking, Timber's going
5 temp to Wyswick.
Oh, thank you.
Timber's going to take advantage of that and go behind the thing.
Behind the assassin?
Yes.
Wyswick, did you stepped forward with your dagger, right?
No. The assassin moved
he must have stepped forward to attack me.
Right.
So
we just never, moved him.
All right, go for it. Go for the attack with advantage.
Natural 17. So well, I want to see if I get crit.
All right.
So it's So that's 7 normal damage plus 2 poison damage.
How much was it total?
9.
9. Okay, he is just barely holding on.
I have a bonus action.
I know you do. Just letting you know that he's barely holding on. As you punch him across or you claw. Oh, yeah, because you swipe with the poison claw.
Yeah.
Swipe across his chest, and you watch. You rip through his leather armor, and you dig so deep into his skin that you actually rip some of Valen's arrow out as you scrape across his chest and through the clavicle, and you just see the splintered wood come out of the front of the chest as the front of the arrow sticking out with just fleshy mass hanging off of it. Bonus action.
Bonus action is 17.
Yeah. How do you want to kill this assassin?
Yes.
After slashing and getting the arrow out, it's just gonna be a fury of slashes, and then to the point where he's on the ground and still slashing.
He renders him unto meat.
I render him into meat, yes. Which being used anyway.
So you just see him get torn apart down on the ground, and you're just claw attack after claw attack after claw attack into his chest. Timber, I'm gonna need you to make me a wisdom saving throw. A 9. Okay. Okay. So I have to actually look up our established rules for this.
True. Most of it was triggered when I used the other racial, but
yeah, I know.
I never used it yet.
We're gonna have to meet and talk about this.
Yeah.
So I'm not. Yeah, you notice you start to rip into this guy's chest, and you start gnawing on the bones. You just start pulling him apart. You are so focused on just ripping this body apart that you are struggling to focus on what's happening at bay, and we'll find out what that means on your next turn. All right. At the end of your turn,
5 temporary hit points.
At the end of your turn, he's going to tap his staff again, and you all feel that gravitational feeling again as your arms begin to float around you, and then you get pushed back. Everyone make me a strength saving throw. Scarlet, you're unconscious. You automatically fail it.
Is that two fails?
That is going to be 1 fail.
I'm guessing I have advantage.
You do, yeah.
Come on, Clayton. Come on.
Okay, Valence succeeds.
-2. -2.
I got the same roll as last time.
Oh no.
Timber, what'd you get?
I got a 16 this time.
Okay. Kieran, what'd you get?
13.
Okay. Cal, what'd you get?
18.
And Clayton, what'd you get?
17.
All right. So you all passed. Kieran, you just passed. That is so. You each take 6 points of force damage.
Doesn't matter.
Because you're all pushed back. Or you're all maintain your position or not pushed back 10 feet. Scarlet, your corpse is splattered 10 feet.
My corpse? I'm not dead yet.
Huron falls unconscious.
Oh no, are you serious?
As he loses consciousness.
Oh fuck.
My temp HP, no!
The 30-foot radius, I guess, so 60-foot diameter sphere of twilight energy slowly just shrinks, and the spiritual glaive that has been floating behind what's his name, Yellow Robe, also dissipates into thin air.
Okay. Which brings us to his turn.
Oh.
Oh my god.
he is going to use his actually, what is he going to do?
He's going to slaughter the rest of the party and laugh at their corpses.
Chat, you guys are awesome right now. This is so fun. I mean, not really, but it's fun.
Cal,
Yeah.
I'm going to need you to give me a wisdom saving throw as he holds up his hand and a ethereal energy pulsates between the staff and his hand.
Chat wants to know how many channel points they need to purchase a healing word.
Oh.
Oh, Sean.
It's funny because I actually thought it's funny before this. I
Okay.
thought putting channel points in there for like inspiration.
Yeah.
I didn't do it yet. Cal, what you get?
How's the 16 sound to you, Sean?
Ooh, just what you needed. As you avoid the confusion spell.
Thank God, because my heart is now pounding because I rolled a 16 flat and was like, that's probably not enough.
Yeah, so you feel these penetrating thoughts entering your mind, telling you these deep, deep, eldritch, abyssal whispers in your mind, and you just shake them off and avoid the confusion effect. As the stranger in yellow grows, it's hard to tell with the wooden mask in his face, but you can tell he's the head is starting to look around. All right, Kieran, give me a death saving throw.
And that's just a flat. I don't add anything to that, right?
Yeah, no, it's just a 20.
9.
It's one fail.
Yep.
Sorry, I just beat that chat. Top of the round, Scarlet.
Oh my god.
Good morning.
Oh, to 10.
One success.
I can't handle this right now. Ugh.
Oh wait. I skipped Valen.
Can I still keep it?
Yes, you can still keep it.
Thank you.
I'm not gonna punish you for my mistake there. Okay, so who is Valen is going to run up to Kieran.
My buddy.
You mean he didn't get pushed off the ledge?
He actually didn't. He only took he succeeded on his strength save. No, but I actually
Hey,
rolled his
teacher,
strength
you
save.
didn't collect the homework.
Although, thank you, I forgot to take the damage off of his health. All right, he's
That's
going
how much
to.
I dislike Valen.
I know. He's going to sort of look around and see the desperation of the back line. He's going to rush forward to Kieran. He's going to lean down. He's going to
Backline.
He's gonna. Well,
So everyone but me?
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
he's gonna go up and he's going to whisper an elvish enchantment, and he's going to cast Healing Word on Kieran.
Oh, thank God.
Kieran's gonna purse his lips to meet him.
And Kieran, you are back up with 5 hit
Sorry.
points.
Dope saw. Doesn't matter. Both my things I can't recast.
And he still has his action, so he's going to take 2 shots at the stranger in yellow. Valen's got you guys. Don't worry.
Thanks.
One of those is a natural one. But the other one will hit. So Valen hits the stranger in yellow for 10 points of piercing damage. Oh, wow. I actually just forgot a feature, but it's okay because it would have been too hard. I'm sitting here like, oh, well, he should have had this. And it's like, no, he shouldn't have. All right. So, Cal, you are up.
Okay. So actually, I've been looking up the rule on picking up a weapon from the ground. It is not an action.
Oh, really? Is it
So
a
if you
bonus
want to
action?
rule that it is because he may have done that, no, it's a free action. It's totally random. It's just
Oh,
it's just a thing you can do once a turn.
okay.
So if you want to
yeah.
rule that that's going to be the case for that I won't do it, but I was going to pick up that weapon and try and use it on.
No, I'm gonna make it that he's picked it up then. He hasn't. I'm not gonna retcon any of his attacks or anything.
Okay.
I'm gonna
All
say
right, then I'll just stab as we're a normal man.
Go for it.
The one time Cal tries to change things up, he can't.
I will say, because we
just goes to show me that it's
because we were on the top of the second round, just for everyone who was up at that point's reference, the lights start to glow brighter on the standing stones as the body that's within the cloak starts to go upright, and the tatters start to flow outward, as it seems like this ritual has made some progress. It's not finished, but it's made some progress.
All right, well, does a 24 hit?
24 does hit.
Yeah, that's pretty much what I figured, yeah. 7 plus...
7 plus what?
5 is 12. Oh, I should go roll like 30. just don't pass.
Okay. The assassins are dead.
Yeah, almost all 3 of them.
She's talking about herself, everyone.
Yeah, uh-huh.
Layer action.
You monster.
He's not the monster's the monster.
Scarlet, that's one more fail.
Are you serious?
Just a straight fail.
Yeah, because she's
Yeah, 'cause
unconscious.
she takes
Oh
the damage. And
Oh my god,
I'm
somebody
gonna
needs
make
to
you
get
use those
over
potions.
here.
You can't ignore your dying compatriot forever.
Please don't.
I'm very busy, so that's somebody else's job.
Cal is the one who he's busy.
He's very busy. Not now.
Everyone else though needs to make a dexterity saving throw.
I got a 13.
13 is just what you needed.
I got way more than 13.
I got a 13.
Kieran?
Natural 1.
Oh,
Two.
no.
Okay, got a 2.
Balem's like, damn it!
You're gonna go down again.
Kieran, you take 6 points of force.
Oh, literally one too many.
Everyone else takes 3 points of force damage.
Hey, so I know this is table talk, and we don't want to do that here, but I could use a little bit of help up front if anyone wants to come join me real quick.
Wyswick, you're up.
I think Wyswick first looks back to Timber.
Mm-hmm.
Can you get Scarlet? All right then.
Timber is mouth deep in what's left of this.
No.
When you look to Timber and you say, "Can you get Scarlet?" Timber is ripping the throat out of the dead bandit, and you see nothing but an animal for a moment.
I just don't want to ease like. Wyswick is going to run full dash action as fast as his little legs can take him
To Scarlet?
to Scarlet, and he's gonna drop a potion straight in her dome on her face.
Boom, bitch! The one way you could give somebody a potion by bashing them in the head with the vial.
All right, so go ahead and roll the healing for the potion.
God.
All right, it's a light healing potion. I don't even know what that gives me.
Something, just something.
I think it's 2d4.
I don't want to die.
2d4? I got 2d4. Let's do 2d4.
It should be in your inventory. It's 2d4 plus 2.
Yes.
2d4 plus 2, that's 7 up.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Thank
So
you
Scarlet,
so much.
you awake kind of coughing up this health potion as it's been sort of forced down your mouth, and you just see Wyswick above you, like panicked, as you just sort of feel all the pain as your body is taking all this bludgeoning force damage. It's been sort of like just debris has fallen on you. Your body's been cast against a wall, and you just sort of lean up. You're prone still as you look over and you see Timber just ripping this body apart. You see Cal sort of tensely fighting against the stranger as the stranger's sort of looking over him triumphantly. Valen is kneeling by the unconscious body of Kieran. Shit's bad.
Don't
Wyswick,
look at them. Look at me. How many fingers am I holding up?
Too many.
Anything else, Wyswick?
I don't think I have anything else because I think I needed a dash to get over.
Oh yeah, dash used your you needed the dash to get over there, so you don't have anything else. Which brings us to Timber.
Wait,
Give me a wisdom saving throw.
Okay. Pretty good. 19.
19. Okay, Timber. So you kind of your eyes, they were burning this bright purple color, and then suddenly you squeeze them tight and they're back to their blue. As you just look down, feel the blood soaking off of your chin as you look at the gore beneath you, knowing exactly what happened. What you're back to, and you have your full turn.
Okay. I'm going to beat Cal's situation and run over to him. How much movement do I need to get over to?
Are you trying to get flanking or just get up there?
I want both options. Just how
What's
much
your
distance?
movement again? 40?
It's 40, yeah.
You could actually get flanking.
I would prefer to get that then.
All right, what would you like to do?
Do I have one more use of my poison on my claws?
You've used it twice.
Yep.
You only applied one vial though, right?
Yep.
You don't have any more then.
I'm gonna bonus action hex,
All right.
and then disadvantage on intelligence.
Intelligence? Okay. So you pull out the kunai, make the enchantment as you watch the shadow leave the kunai and wrap around the stranger in yellow, swirling around him as these shadowy forces. That's your bonus action. What's your action?
I'm attacking.
Pop, pop. With the kunai or your claws?
Open up the door. It's real.
This would be.
Oh,
Let's say kunai. They did the same damage.
I mean, I guess it counts as a monk weapon, so. You watch as a crimson red shield.
Wait, that's wait, with a 23?
Oh, a 23?
I said a natural 18. Sorry.
Well, you know what? For flavor, I'll say he still threw the shield up, even though you break through it.
Okay.
So you see this system of veins shoot up behind him as you bash through them with the kunai, and go ahead and roll damage.
5 damage with the kunai, and that is necrotic damage.
9 total. All right, so you watch as this crimson shield sort of splits asunder as your kunai comes in, as you rip up, and it rips through the tattering cloak of the stranger in yellow. He buckles forward a little bit, leaning on that staff. Now it is his turn.
Go.
Okay, what is he
going to kill.
gonna do? He casts power word kill. No. He is gonna cast something that I forgot he had.
That's not great.
It's probably a level 3 spell slot.
Probably shouldn't admit that.
I know. All right, let me get my nifty measuring device.
Oh no. That means he's aiming for me.
Or
Or
it's
it's
an
an area
area effect where that doesn't hit you. Yep. Yeah, you're fine, Clayton. Maybe not.
Man, if only we had a tiny hut in this situation.
Oh,
We need a tiny hut.
I've
I
got
don't
a
have level 3
swan
spell
boat.
slots yet.
A swan. Oh my god, I forgot
Throw it
about
in the astral sea.
Let's take to the sea, boys.
I need everyone, except for Timber, to make an intelligence saving throw.
Oh,
Even if I'm
That's
unconscious.
gotta be magic, though, right?
Kieran, you auto-fail it.
Okay.
Intelligence is my forte.
Kieran, you take 1 fail for your death saves.
You got it, boss.
Cal, what'd you get?
16. 15 plus 1.
16? Okay. Timber, what'd you get? Or no, Timber, you're fine. Wyswick, what'd you get?
20.
Scarlet.
18.
Oh, I gotta do Valen too. 17. Nice. Alright, so, okay. So you watch as the creature is it's starting to fall apart, like you've noticed before. The cloak is starting to billow out, shadow is peeling out. Cal, you actually can see, because you're in front, you can see the pallid mask
Oh, hell yeah.
is starting to crack across its face. But out of that crack, it almost seems like there's this psychic scream that comes out as you all hear this eardrum piercing Nazgul screech that echoes through the chamber, or really echoes out in a
Could you actually just do that? I don't know what that reference is.
Yeah, I've never seen the.
I'd like to
Nazgul.
hear what that is.
No, I'll do my harpy noise for it. No. But you hear this ear-piercing screech that just shoots out in front of it. It's particularly emphasized in front of it. As you all make the save, though, which is actually good, except for Kieran, who failed, because this effect doesn't deal damage on a fail.
Ha! Fuck you!
Well, it's a good thing because it deals a lot of damage if you fail it. So you all are sort of it's that moment in Minas Tirith. You're clasping your ears, but you shake off any sort of fear that you might be feeling as you are successful in your saving throws and do not take any of the mind blast damage, except for Kieran, whose body just starts to like shake and convulse on the ground.
Could I ask, is it similar to when I was originally affected by the mask?
Somewhat, in the sense of it rattling your mind in a certain way yeah, it's similar but not exact.
Okay, because I was thinking of it more like an arcane perspective. Like, could I tell that this is coming from the mask because I had a similar effect?
If you want, just give me a quick Arcana check.
Sure. 16.
So it's not coming from it's both coming from the mask and the figure.
Okay.
You're actually almost starting to understand, Wyswick, that the mask and the figure might be one and the same. So that was the Stranger in Yellow's turn, which means it's Valen's turn. Thank you. And Valen is going to use his last spell slot to Healing Word. Healing Word you. I think he likes you.
He likes me.
And you are up for 5 hit points again.
Okay, let's see how long I keep.
But it's just in time for your turn.
Exactly. All right. So rousing from his unconscious state, he looks at Valen, clasps an arm on him as he gets up. Do I have enough movement to get within melee range of the masking yellow?
Yes, you do.
Man.
Yes, you do.
All right, cool. So Kieran's gonna just nod at Valen and then rush forward, placing a hand right on the mask in an attempt to cast Inflict Wounds.
Yes.
All right, go for it. Roll to attack.
Do I get advantage?
No, you're not
Okay.
flanking, unfortunately.
You gotta touch the mask.
14.
Not quite enough.
Ugh, son of a.
As you reach up, you just needed one more, man.
Sorry. It was actually a 15.
As you reach up to touch the mask, and you try to administer all of the light of Iluvania into the mask, but it's just its sheer power pushes your hand back, and you feel this burning sensation across your entire forearm, as you hear that same screech in your mind as you try to administer the spell, and it fades away. Unfortunately. Anything else?
Bonus action to use a potion, correct?
Correct.
Yeah, so bonus action to use healing potion.
It's an action, guys.
No, it's
Sean plays
table
it.
roll.
Okay.
Table roll.
All right, so that's 5 more points of healing.
Okay. Back to the top of the order with Scarlet. The ritual is almost complete. As you watch, you can see amongst the wrappings of this cloak, you can see a new mask at the face of the humanoid.
Okay.
But it's not finished yet.
Okay. I want to use my movement, my full movement. I want to get into a position toward my left, looking at the screen. I want to get in a position where I can huck my dagger at him.
Huck your dagger? Okay.
Yeah.
What's the range on the dagger?
It is 20 feet. I
30?
My movement's 30, yeah.
Okay, so you can
I can bonus action dash if I need to.
yeah, you're just not close enough, so you would need to use the dash to
that's
get
fine.
close enough.
That's okay. That's fine.
But you'll still have your action to
Yeah. That's cool.
Yeah, go for it.
All right. 23.
23 hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
Oh, fuck yes. That was a 4. Plus 4 and sneak attack too, right?
Yes, because it is engaged. He is engaged. So you're
13
always
points
watching all
piercing
around you,
damage.
just sort of the lightning arcing across. You can actually occasionally you saw that same void worm shoot through the portals. What's the damage?
13 points piercing damage.
How do you want to do this?
Oh, yes.
It should have
All
been
right.
me.
Should
All
have
right.
been you.
All right. I want when I
next.
throw it, I want it to like stick right between the eyes of the mask.
All right, excellent. Yeah. So you're all in this tense moment where you're surrounding this figure. Lightning shooting everywhere. There's this even more frightening stranger in yellow developing behind him as these lights are shooting into the cloak from these pillars, as this form is starting to wreathe out with shadow. And then as this is all happening, Huron gets flashed back. You're all kind of struggling to get up as Scarlet dashes forward, takes out her dagger and flings it right in the exact right place to complete the cracking of the mask. It pierces the head of the stranger, and the mask splits in half and shatters, creating a impact that shoots across the entire room as the cloak begins to burn away. And instead of last time where this shadowy void lifted out and retreated, this time the cloak cinders away into ash as the two halves of the mask collapse down to the ground, singed with magical energy. The form, this void, this new stranger in yellow that is forming, suddenly the exact same thing happens as the cloak that is wrapped around this humanoid starts to burn away as ash, and the mask that is on it, which was a blank mask with no inscriptions on it, itself disintegrates with the robe as you see a humanoid form slowly descend and drop down and collapses down as you see a person is actually there, which you've successfully killed the stranger in yellow. Woo! And rendered the mask inert.
Well done, team.
That was rather exciting.
I'd like to go pick up my dagger, please.
Kieran's gonna go inspect the person that just, I guess, fell from their suspended state.
Cal,
Yes.
Wyswick too.
Cal rocks back and kind of just leans on the, or kind of half sits on the altar, and just like
Absolutely.
sits there looking vaguely ahead, and then does one of those like to like try and get some of the blood off, but really it just moves it around.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's at this point, Cal, you sit back, you start to actually feel some of the pain of the fight. You feel the lashing that's on your back, and the slight burn of the acid still, as Huron and Wyswick rush to the body. It's a where are my notes? It's a rather tall, what appears to be a human man with very pale skin, very, very jet black hair that is shorn off as if the ritualist shaved his head and shaved his beard. All sorts of like defining features shaved away. Deep crow's nest beneath the eyes. He could be anywhere between 25 and 45. Crow's feet, thank you. Anywhere between the effects of this ritual have affected him so personally that you are unsure of how old they are. They have sort of like black running beneath in their veins. You notice something as soon as the cloak dissipates off of them and they collapse. You see this bright light in their chest and this bright light around their head vanish. Like they had a light emanating from their chest and a halo-like structure that just broke away and fades like dust as they're unconscious, but they take a deep breath in at this point, and they're just sort of like clasping at them, holding themselves tight, shaking.
Wyswick's like, well, this kind of ties into my theory, but I don't really know what's up with that light. Are you some sort of... What exactly are you? Hello? Alright, well, Kieran, my guess is, well, this guy must have been important for some reason. I'm thinking maybe the mask was actually that spooky arch wizard that was in all the photos in the previous room, and he set up this whole dungeon.
Wait, what's a photo?
I didn't say Frodo.
No, you said photo.
Painting.
Yeah.
Do you mean the
Frodo,
mural?
That's just a phrase that we Nervneblin use for paintings.
Okay, I'm not going to use it.
Anyone proficient in Arcana can give me an Arcana check for about this individual.
That would be me. Hey, big money. 24.
24, okay. In your studies of the astral planes and their effects on individuals, something you'd understand even from just Scarlet. She's touched by the elemental planes. This individual, before this ritual, was touched by Elysium. It was an Asimar. And their light dissipated upon being touched by this dark ritual, turning them into a fallen Asimar. Doesn't inherently mean they are evil, but it means that they've been touched by something evil.
So yeah, there was a dark presence in the astral sea that was trying to get out. Presumably this archwizard. He's been using the mask as some sort of connector to our plane, and the cloak might have been some sort of reaching of his spirit into our plane to complete his transition, and this must have been a sacrifice. Where he got a Asimar, I'm not sure, but yeah, it looks like we did a good job. World saved. Time to go home, get drunk.
Um,
That all check out with you, Kieran?
I'm not quite sure about the drinking part, but it does look like we stopped something rather sinister here today.
Timber would have run over to Scarlet and
Mhm.
put his arm around her to like help her up.
Thank you.
You all right?
No. But I'm up for now.
I've got like blood.
Yeah. Timber's a mess.
Yeah. What about you?
I'm fine.
Yeah, you look just as fine as I am.
Valen. How did you get in here?
Why? I snuck past the cloaker. I only had to knock out one bandit guard, but I snuck in. I didn't know where you were.
We were
You
down
know-
here in the dungeon.
Clearly.
Do you know? Have you found exits?
If you are willing to sneak back past the cloaker, we can go back the way you saw me come.
Can we rest first, please?
Alternatively, we have the Rose. Better.
I lay or help Scarlet down to sit next to the altar. I also Timber walks over to the body and just sees what's there.
Okay. Do you want to investigate?
Yeah, sure. I don't know
For what's left of the...
what's left. Yeah, just of the.
Is it just a shred of yellow cloth?
Yeah, there's pretty much just the mask shattered in half.
And the sword. Can I pick up the sword with my nails?
Oh yeah,
No,
yeah.
My sword. Get off my sword.
The sword is there. The sword is still there.
And the staff?
The stab is still there as well. You also notice amongst the chaos of things falling out of the astral sea, you see a big old chest fell out and is landed precariously on the edge of the crevasse.
Wyswick, going for it.
I would love for this to be heavier than Wyswick and it just drags him.
But yes, you can pick up the staff and the longsword, which you've noticed at this point has sort of like reconstituted into a longsword. You can kind of see little cracks throughout it.
Timber picks it up and just throws it to Cal.
Did anybody pick up the mask kit? Can I pick it up?
Kieran. Oh.
There's
It's
two
shattered.
halves of
Destroyed.
broken pieces.
Yeah.
of mask.
Yes. Can I pick up those?
Yeah, they feel like wood, like light wood that has been singed in half. You feel no presence like you did before. There's no effect on you. The mask is simply wood.
I'm just looking at it, thinking about all the shit we went through to get here, and how it started.
Kieran's gonna walk over to Scarlet holding them and like kind of motions to it, and he goes, "Before I set out, I heard the voice of my goddess warn me that the one of the pallid mask threatened her children, my people, and to go out and seek him." Then like kind of turns to the rest of the group. "I'm not sure if this is exactly what she had meant, but regardless, we have defeated one of the pallid mask, and therefore my people are that much safer in my mind. I thank you from the bottom of my heart for assisting in this."
Timber
Cal,
sees
uh,
nods.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say Cal lifts his hat, you know, in like the classic. He's still trying to be cocky, but he's just very tired and covered in blood, and just not.
And at that, Valen would like kind of step forward and put a hand on Kieran's shoulder and just look to each of you and says, You've done a great service to the Crown lands as well. Tressex is safer because of all of you. And you see he sort of stumbles forward, and he himself goes to start investigating the fallen Aesmer. He starts to sort of check his forehead and sort of try to shake him awake. He's just investigating what the effects of the ritual were on the individual.
Scarlet doesn't know how to respond to thanks. Nobody ever thanks her for her work.
Wyswick's got a tear in his eye. Like, he just feels really humbled at that moment.
Remember, it's just prestidigitation.
So Cal has this sword in his hand. He's like, "That's cool," and he just kind of goes, and like stands back up, and goes over to help Wyswick drag the chest away from the edge.
Thought you were vomiting for a second.
That actually would have been a better plan. I think it would have been funnier.
So, Cal, you think I was right? Huh? Did I wrap it all up?
Wrap what up? What are we talking about?
You didn't hear my theory from before? I was speaking quite loudly.
Was it when we were walking dramatically across the bridge?
No, after that. It was more like after we stabbed the guy in the face and the mask exploded.
No, I didn't listen. What?
All right, I repeat everything I said before as I open up the chest.
So you drag the chest off. Wyswick, you're going to go to open it. I need you to give me a dexterity saving throw.
Because it's a mimic, you dick!
I don't care.
Always have the rogue
Could you
check for
imagine?
traps.
Magic or no magic?
Magic. It's magic.
Okay.
Cal, are you right next to him?
Mm-hmm.
And you can give me a dexterity saving throw as well.
I hate these dungeons.
14.
Hey, this is some kind of, as I have in my notes, astral chamber, and a chest fell out of the astral sea that you're trying to open in what is clearly some archmage's weird dungeon. And you're just gonna open a chest?
Oh yeah.
Wyswick, what'd you get?
Oh yeah, I got a 14.
Okay. Cal, what'd you get?
I got a nat 20, so fuck yourself.
All right. It's all good. It's all good. Don't worry.
You're still taking damage. Yeah, right, exactly.
Oh no.
Oh no.
It's just a bomb. Just explodes. Shrapnel everywhere.
Everybody falls into the sea.
You both succeeded. You both take 8 points of fire damage as a
Motherfucker!
fire explosion erupts out of the keyhole and just lights you both up.
Okay. All right.
I should have let me check that first.
So Cal obviously like falls back and rolls away, and he, puts the fire out. He's like, "Son of a bitch! Why the fuck are we down here? I hate this fucking place!" And he just storms off to like a corner somewhere.
It's just the cherry on top of Cal's experience down here.
Piece of shit.
I think at first, like, Wyswick's just taking amusement in Cal's suffering, even though it hurt him just as bad.
You're gonna count this as a prank, Wyswick?
Oh hell yeah.
Okay.
Fucking masked yellow bastard.
Damn, I can't.
Why would you wear yellow? You're clearly in autumn.
What would you all like to do?
I'm sulking in a corner.
Can
What's in the
Kieran
chest?
pick up the staff and the mask if Scarlet's no longer using it?
I'm holding it.
Okay, then Kieran won't bother her, but he'll pick up the staff.
Okay. Definitely vibrates with a certain level of magical energy. Valen kind of steps up from the body of the fallen Aesmer and sort of looks to those who are around Timber, Scarlet, and Kieran. This may be, this is likely one of the missing magically touched individuals from Tressex. I imagine. I don't know for sure, but perhaps whatever this ritual was needed magical individuals to be completed.
He did
Beautiful.
reference us as sacrifices.
You're saying they
cannot say for sure. We do not have a lot to go off of, but whatever ritual that was looked like it was creating another one of those. As he points to the mask in Scarlet's hands. Perhaps they
All
knew.
right, Fallon. Let's not get carried away. I already went over that.
Valen rolls his eyes and kind of like grabs his side, like some probably internal bleeding he has. He's just like, I suggest we secure this individual out of the caverns with us. He may know some things when he awakes.
I agree. He might know some people if he really is from Magicset. It'd be good to take him back to his kin.
I imagine he is likely local, whether Magicset or another hamlet or village around here.
I can rouse him with some healing, so we don't have to drag him out of here.
Valen nods to you as he kind of leans against one of the standing stones.
He'll need a horse, though.
Perhaps we should take a short rest before we move on.
Yes, please.
Of course.
Wyswick, did you find anything at the chest over there?
I don't know.
You
What
just
is
see
it?
the chest unopened and like smoke coming off of it, or smoke coming out of the keyhole like it's a gun barrel.
Well, it's pretty dangerous.
How far away
Maybe
is
we
it,
want to
Sean?
try a different method. Kind of out of spells.
Do you want me to look at it?
1 second. Sean, how far away is it? The chest.
Sorry, say that again.
How far away is the chest?
The chest is, they lifted it off of the side so it wasn't falling precariously leaning against. So it's literally right at the edge of the precipice, like about maybe a couple feet or 5 feet from the edge.
Can I step back and use Mage Hand to try to unlock it?
Do you have thieves' tools? You could use Scarlet's. You just won't be able to add your proficiency bonus because I don't think you're proficient with them.
Scarlet, can I?
I hand them to you without saying anything.
Okay. No proficiency bonus. Is this Dex?
Yes, it's a dexterity check. So you can add your dex. You don't get to add your proficiency bonus because you're not proficient with thieves' tools.
I am not. 18.
18, nice. So you watch this spectral, shadowy hand take Scarlet's thieves' tools and start to do. The way the hand is moving, since it's only one hand, it's just doing.
Mingling.
Yeah, it's doing like really unnatural things as it's just. It opens just an inch, but you seem to have disarmed whatever sort of function is in there.
Bring the hand back, give the tools back to her, and then I lift the
Okay. So what you can see inside is a layer of gold. If you were to count it later, it's about 200 gold. Sitting in the center of that gold, you see a gemstone or an orb. No, it's more like an orb, not a gemstone.
Sean, you said if we were counting it later, it'd be 200. If we were counting it now, what would it be?
200, 196.
Let's count this later.
As Cal's 1, 2,
2, 3.
you see a orb. Looks almost like glass, and inside of it has a small yellow light glowing at the center, and it seems like around that light is packed within it rocks and earth and clay and dirt just packed tight in there, and seeping through the cracks of it is this yellow light.
Wyswick.
And you see a single tome.
Wyswick.
Yeah, I'm already all over it. I think that
You know, this thing already blew me up once. Let's play it safe on the orb.
I grab the tome.
I picked the orb up with the mage hand. Okay.
Yep. You see it sort of where the mage hand touches it, you see sort of yellow light lingering around it, but nothing happens.
Yeah, I'm going to, when we take our rest, I will be ritual casting detect magic on multiple items, or identify on multiple items.
I would say while you do that, you won't be able to take a short rest while everyone else is, but you'll be able to get through all the items you have here.
Honestly, I think it's worth it.
Okay.
I also like hold the orb for identify as well.
Well, you could like place it down somewhere because I need to touch it to identify it.
All right, and Kieran, you said you were going to heal the Aesmer.
I think Kieran would wait until after the short rest just to see if that does anything for him, and then if not, he would then rouse with healing.
Okay, so everyone can take whatever sort of short rest benefits they want. For the items. Okay.
Real loot.
I'm searching for a real loot.
I have no hit dice left. Sad.
Wyswick, the gem or the orb that has the like earth touch in it is an elemental gem.
I knew it.
Oh boy,
it's an earth elemental gem.
That sounds right up my alley.
I'm holding on to this.
No!
I have it in my hand.
What do you mean? I have it in my hands.
Just kidding.
I sock this thing immediately. All right, hold on. I actually got to get ready too. You're not the only one. I got to type all this stuff really fast.
The longsword. As you cast your spell over the longsword, you get a peculiar feeling about it that it's laying in some sort of dormant state. That it can be activated in a certain sense, but it's not as... There's more layers to it beyond this that you can't get to. But you can get to this first layer. As this sword is called Prongs of the Black. It is a long sword that, while there are deeper magics to it that have not been unlocked, in its current state, if attuned, would deal an additional 1d4 acid damage. And it can also be extended out like a whip to give it reach. Now, this is for everyone watching, this is a debuffed version of the Prongs of the Black item within the Underground Oracle Heprion's Guide artifact for ooze enthusiasts. So keep watching the stream. This blade might be awakened into its deeper form. But also, if you like ooze weapons, go check out the Underground Oracle Publishing's Heprion's Guide artifacts for ooze enthusiasts. But currently, whoever attunes to it can activate it to be a longsword that has reach and deals an additional 1d4 acid damage. Okay. Now the staff. While he was using it to channel certain spells, it doesn't have all of those features. It's not just going to give you all of his legendary actions, but it does have a similar effect to a, I believe it's a Shield of Blasting is the item. I have to double check, but essentially you can use your reaction with the staff to when someone tries to attack you to send a blasting attack out. That if it fails its dexterity saving throw, it'll take full damage or half, and it can be pushed back 10 feet. And while you're looking through, you find that. Give me a quick Arcana check.
Okay. Nat 20.
Yay!
All right, so then you get both the spells out of the tome.
Nice.
Wait, for free? Full free?
No, you still have to copy them down. These are not like scrolls, so you're not going to be able to use it from the book in addition to recording it. But you are able to discern from the book that is mostly damaged, and there's probably more spells in there that you just can't get to. There's 2 spells that you find in there. Fireball.
Fire.
And this one is big because you found or it's just a high-level spell that you found in a strange archmage's chest in the Astral Sea. You found the equation for reverse gravity.
Ooh.
Which you won't be able to use for a long time.
But you got it.
You got
It's in your
it.
back pocket.
I will never let go of this book.
Yeah. But as you sit and rest, catch your breath within this chamber. You all recover slightly with your short rest. What would you like to do?
We need to get out of here.
I'm very
before
busy.
More.
So
Yeah, I
when we
think
get
it's,
back. Oh, is there any change to the fallen Asimar?
Oh, over the short rest, they maintain sort of that like curled up position, shaking.
We take all the gold, divvy up the gold, so it's 40
Mhm.
per.
40 per.
Yeah. 40
Yeah.
Per, yeah.
Yep.
Whatever. Yeah. Valen's like, I won't take it.
Yeah. I'm too
I don't.
rich.
I don't need your gold. Okay, so you've taken your short rest.
Lovely.
What pathway would you like to go to get out of here?
So we could either go back the way we came and deal with the
That's-
resonance traps, but for the rest of that, it was relatively handled.
There was.
Did you ever get
Bandits.
those gems?
Out of the wall? No, they were very. It was mystical and annoying.
It
I
wasn't
prefer-
actually connected to the door. It was some kind of magical fusion.
So, for the sake of, since you did mostly clear out the other passageway, it would take you longer, but you could easily enough go slowly versus your back path.
I
Yeah.
prefer to go away where we don't have to fight anything.
Right.
It
So
hasn't
I
been
think-
that long, so Rupert and
They're still-
Meredith are still knocked out.
Oh right, yes, I forgot.
Hold on, guys. I mean, I get everybody's hurt here, but I think we're missing a golden opportunity.
To do
Wyswick.
what? Fight a giant beast nobody wants to fight?
No.
Just a few little spiders. They were scared from the fire anyway. We just get the gem and run.
No, we don't need to get everything every single
Again,
time.
I don't think that we would be able to do anything with that door. We can always come back at a later time.
What about the other gems? It was
No.
surrounded by all those
Yeah.
other
Yeah,
gems.
yeah, we tried.
You-
Different elements.
There, let's
Did
go.
we try
Let's
any
go.
of those?
Is it-
Come on,
You
let's
got
just go.
you got gems in
do it.
the
Let's just
swamp.
go. We got this. And then Cal starts just walking back.
No, I
towards
didn't.
Yeah.
I had to
Yes,
give
you
them
the
back.
ridge, the bridge, the bridge of the ridge.
There's-
I'll buy
Bridge
you
of the
some when
Ridge.
we get to Drift March. Can we just go, please?
So Kieran, before people start walking off, goes, so should I rouse the Asimar?
Oh, right. Sorry. And I go over and just pick him up
Yeah, I help
and throw him
Cal.
over my shoulder and start walking.
You can do that, yeah.
That works too.
I'm quite strong.
And you guys
Kieran
are
will follow.
you guys can make it out with all of this. Are you
Also,
are you
will-
planning on stopping at those gems? Or you keep moving?
Please keep moving.
It's good. Yeah, it would take you a while in that chamber to even do anything. So you're gonna be want to be careful anyway as you're kind of climbing down and up, since there is still the crevice there. You probably don't want to waste time on the gems.
Wyswick is complaining the whole way through.
Right.
I imagine so. Spoiler alert, you're not getting those gems. At least not now.
Well, Wiz, hang on. I do have an idea. We could just take the wall.
Good idea.
No joke, I had thought of that.
Can you carry a wall?
Could I? Not and well, some of it, yeah, probably. Oh, by the way, could you use prestidigitation to get this blood off me?
Maybe if you vote for get the gems.
Valen is already dropping rope down, sliding down. He's like, I don't want to stay here.
Kieran would be following close with Valen.
Yeah.
Valen is just leading the way out. He's not interested in any more fighting.
I am limping after him.
So it takes you all some time, but you do find your way back to the front entrance, up the spiral steps. You make it through the resonance traps without triggering them. And you get to the top, and you find that you step out into the warm air of this spring night as the sun is beginning to set behind the horizon, and the moon, the main moon, taking the sky. And it's one of the nights that one of the traveler moons is amongst the sky. So there's 2 moons. But
false moon. It's not real, Vanya.
you step out into the warm breeze. What would you like to do now that now that you're out of the barrow?
What time is it?
At this point, it's about I'd say 7 o'clock at night.
Are we going back for the person we left on the tree?
Yes, they're also with the horses, I believe.
Right.
No, the horses are hidden just off from the barrows in the brambles.
Oh,
we need to get back to that woman.
Yes.
Who did we left somebody on a tree?
Yep, we left poor little
Thora.
I don't care about her name.
Thorax.
Thora.
Yes, Thorax.
Oh yeah, the bug lady.
So you're getting on your horses and heading back down?
Yes.
Yep.
As you start to head back down, you're all leaving in your order, and Curon, you're the last one to go down. I'm assuming the Aesmer is just on Cal's horse, like Theoden's son in that deleted scene in Lord of the Rings. But Curon, you would notice in your last...
I'd probably hog tie him. He's just draped over the back.
Yeah. You would notice in the distance heading towards the barrow a few torchlights. Likely someone from the main bandit camp coming down. But you are departing down. They don't catch you because you leave before they're anywhere close by. Curon, you just catch it with your amazing passive perception. You get down to your previous camp where you find your smoldered out campfire, and you find some cut ties around the tree as Thora has escaped.
It doesn't quite matter. We were going to let her go anyways.
All right, I'd say let's keep heading till we can't head no more.
I agree.
It's not going to be very far.
Let us make rest after making a good distance.
Okay. So you ride off into the night.
Could I just I think while it's still fresh in my mind, Wyswick wants to just jot down our path into the bandit camp. Like he just wants to write like a little like X on his map where they entered from, and like the safest route that they cleared out all the way until the gem door.
Yeah,
and after that I just write it in a little piece of paper and fold it up and put it away for later.
Definitely, yeah. You could definitely take notes as you're traveling along on the passageway and its relation to the main road. But you get to the main road, and you can ride probably for another 4 hours or so before you'll be too tired to rest, or too tired and need to rest and take a camp. Riding along, there's not any perceived danger as you're staying on the main road at this point. and you find yourselves. You find a spot off the road, I presume, to rest for the night.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's about 10 p.m. at this point. It's you hear the buzzing of the spring insects awakening, the sounds of crickets chirping. You find a small little alcove beneath a jutting hill that you can rest away from the road and away from sight, and take your long rest for the evening. So you collapse into the camp, just barely make a fire, and all set yourselves up, exhausted from the day and the fight. Is there anything you'd like to do before we take this rest?
No, sir. We'd like to.
Sleep.
Okay.
Yeah, I think sleep comes first.
And I'm assuming you'll do a watch through the night?
Yes, take turns taking watch.
All right.
Make sure
so
the
you'll be...
asthma is tied down.
Okay, you're going to tie the asthma down. Okay.
Lightly.
Lightly. Restrain him lightly. Okay. He doesn't seem to react much. You're easily able to wrap his arms around. I guess he's just wearing kind of like a wrappings around his waist. He's not really wearing any clothes or anything. He's mostly nude. So he's just shaking there, but he's still unconscious. The night goes on with little issue. I'd say Curon, during your watch, you might notice sort of in the distance maybe some movement, some torchlight. It's far away. Likely by morning you'll be able to make headway against it. You presume potentially this is the bandits looking in a radius, maybe. But they're not getting far enough away from the barrow to reach you. You keep your eye on it and notice no danger until the morning. And the morning comes easily enough. Happy chirping of birds. It's a warm day. The sun is out. It's only partially covered by the eclipsing gas giant. You see the sort of the faded visage of the moon in the sky as you take another day's journey. Now, this day's journey will take you, if you follow the road, to Bracklin Glen, where you can find some respite away from the road if you'd like.
Shall we head straight to the general?
Aye.
I think that would be best.
I believe.
The sooner we get this over with, the better.
Valen, what do you?
Well, the road north leads us to Bracklin Glen, where we can resupply, get a comfortable night's rest, and then we can take the northern byway that'll lead us directly to Driftmarch.
Wait, isn't Meginsit empty as of right now?
Yeah, he said Brackling Glen.
Yes.
So the Bracklin Glen.
That's what I am implying.
I'm agreeing with you.
Okay. Okay. I didn't sleep much. It's too paranoid. But yes, we can take the day, get to Bracklin Glen, rest in there, whatever finest inn they have, with all that gold you found, and make our way on the northern byway. It's a long journey, but after a good night's rest, we'll be able to make it. We might even catch up with the general. He's moving slowly with all the villages.
That would be nice. I'd like to not worry about bandits attacking me.
The closer we get to town, we'll be a bit more safe. I'm sure he left some of the regiment with Bracklin Glen, in case any of them refused to evacuate. Shall we?
Yeah.
Ciao.
Indeed.
So, could I speak to you for a second, Timber?
Yes, Wyswick.
I know you opened the chest, and I got the book, so you definitely deserve this orb. But it's a power. It has a power that's quite formidable. It's only a one-time use, but it's something that I've been searching for a long time.
Then why do you want to give it to me?
Well, it's not something that I can fathom at the moment. It's not it's a magic that I've been wanting a long time, but it's not permanent. It's not really my end goal, and you seemed like you really wanted it, and I don't want to take that from you.
I just like the way it glowed when I touched it. That's
Yeah, me too. Anyway, it'll summon an earth golem, elemental of sorts. It's something that my people used to do back in ancient times.
Do I break it? How do I use it?
No, you just have to say the activation words.
Don't say it.
Break it.
Yeah, you know,
for,
you just
for
smash it.
elemental gems, you literally smash them on the ground,
It's an action.
and you have to maintain concentration to maintain control over the elemental, as I'm sure you know, Alex. From
Oh, I know. I knew exactly what it was when you mentioned it in the chest.
So yeah, you nibble on some of the rations that you had, take stock of your inventories, and start making way towards Brackroom Glen.
Wyswick, will you come here for a minute?
Okay.
I promise I'm not going to yell at you. I actually want to thank you. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you. So
Well,
thank
you got
you.
that right.
Okay, all right. I can start yelling if you want me to.
Wyswick!
He chuckles a little to himself and says,
You're very welcome. I'm happy to be on a team with you, Scarlet. Anytime you need me, you just let me know.
Appreciate that. Can you do me another favor? Even though you've already done me a good one.
Sure.
Just tell us when you're going to run off, so it's not a surprise.
I think Wyswick kind of looks down, and then he looks up and says,
In the past, the gnomes, we always feared the unknown, but the scouts of my people were the only ones who were brave enough to dive into the dangers of the Underdark. And I admired them, something I always wished I could do. I never had the confidence that I have now when I was young and not as powerful. But I see now that things work out better when we work as a team. And I just don't want you to be angry at me anymore. So I just want to let you know that sometimes breaking off and making split decisions isn't the worst thing. If you have to leave us for any reason, I'd understand. But you gotta. I know now that teamwork makes the dream work.
That it does.
Classic Underdark expression.
And those scouts that went ahead, you said they had to show a certain amount of bravery. And I guess that's what you did when you went off. So, I can respect that.
Just to let you know, without notification, we'll assume you've been captured or dead.
I mean, yes, well, there's that, but that's why we have
but
cream.
you'll
That's
assume I'll get out of it, right? Like I'll be okay.
why we have our
Yes.
code word.
What? How about when you don't cast?
Cream cheese.
When I yell, don't cast magic. You don't cast magic.
All right,
Remember that
that's
one?
As this
that's a
moment
little
is
bit
spoiling
too
into-
soon.
Cal
Into-
from the front turns back and goes, "Enough grab assing. We're still in enemy territory."
Yeah, all right.
Valen just sort of rolls his eyes. He's just, who are these people?
We're the goddamn heroes of Imagine Set. Don't you forget it.
I love how the chat asks how old Wyswick is.
And
It's
to
just
clear
an
this
endless
up,
mystery.
to clear it up, no, Scarlet is not falling for Wyswick.
Yet.
Not yet.
So
Not
No.
yet.
No.
you all take the day to travel. You are. It's not too far. It's only one day's travel, and you're mainly staying on the road, so there's not too much danger. As night starts to come, as sunset starts to come, you can start to see in the distance little smokestacks coming from houses, and the first thing you spot are the sort of thatched fences. That are those like layered
Thatched cottages.
There are thatched roof cottages.
Thatched roof cottages.
But you also notice those like sort of like, like the stick bound fences that are typical of hamlets. You see some livestock that have been brought out from their winter domiciles.
Alas, Paul Wyswick. I knew him well. Horatio.
I'm right here.
Are you using the skull staff?
Oh, that's right, you do. Yeah. In your investigation of it, you find that the skull is not essential to the staff's function. It's just that guy was a creep. But you are slowly moving as the sun is setting and the chimneys, you can see the chimneys. You descend a hill into where you find several thatched rooftops to this hamlet. And the main road, which is mostly a muddy road that just like a lot of travel has gone through from Magiset to here. Eventually you get into a central square where the buildings are a little bit nicer. You see some cottages, but you also see some townhouse style apartments, and then you see a few stone buildings. One that is has a clear markings of a temple. With you can see a circular stained glass window on the front that is a mixture of reds, oranges, and whites with the sigil of the Everflame on it. And then you find across from it another temple that is more similar to the Magiset temple. And then you see one guard tower that's very tall in the center of the village, with a bell at the top. There's not a lot of people in the streets. You do notice a few soldiers that are in heavier, more uniform armor than you noticed in Magiset. These are probably part of the garrison. Brandished on their shields their shields are all red, with 3 golden lions on the shield, which for any residents of the Kuntarki would understand is the sigil of the king.
Also,
Timber?
I just want to note that when we get to town, Timber is a wolf.
Okay. So you have... Oh, Timber never had a horse. That's right. Okay. So you can easily enough look around the square. You can just see a few villagers running to and fro. You see some of these guards. It's very quiet. It's very peaceful. You would never think that there was any danger. Only a day's journey, a day and a half's journey behind you. When you're in this square, the first sort of, you see a number of shops that you might be able to take a look at tomorrow, but most of them are closed. You see Scriver's Armory, first-hand luxury goods. But what stands out to you is a large, the only place that has any noise coming from it, which is a large tavern, a large 2-floor tavern that has a pointed roof, and on the front there's a large sign that says the Guarverine's Tooth. And you see several large fangs that have been fashioned onto this front sign.
I'm gonna ride right up to it. Are there hitching posts outside?
There are.
Or a
You
hitching
see.
rail?
Yep, there are. There's actually a very small. there's some hitching rails, but then you see also a very small stable to the side, where you see an older gentleman who is sitting leaning against the tavern with his legs up on a log, with a very very Victorian-esque poor man's top hat slipped over his eyes as he is just
Lower the stable.
takes his hat, straightens it. Needs stalls for your horses.
4 horses and a pony.
4 horses and a pony. Yeah.
5 horses. Don't forget Valen.
Yep. No, that's 4 horses and a pony.
Oh, I can't count.
Pony. That's not. That'll be. 5 silver apiece. Yeah. 5 silver apiece. We'll take care of them.
There was an apocalypse happening here. What's the real price?
Give me a persuasion roll.
13.
You see, he's sort of like going through his very patchwork jacket. He's got like a loose, like very threadbare scarf wrapped over his shoulder. Big beer belly.
What is he, a Dickensian villain? What's
Yeah, he's the big bad. He's the Dickensian big bad. As he just pulls out a pipe and starts scraping out the guts of the last burn. He's like, hard bargainer, 4 gold apiece.
I think you mean silver.
I'm drunk.
That's fair, my friend. And I pay him 4 silver apiece.
All right.
Wait, for the pony too? I'll give you 3
for the pony.
Done.
As he whistles, and you see 2 children run from the back and start taking your horses into the stalls.
Sean, what do I know stable prices? How'd I just do it? Did he just you just swindle us, or we do okay?
You did okay. You did okay.
Right.
I also want to appreciate the 3 silver because I had 23, so now I have a solid.
Oh no, Cal was just gonna pay for it.
Oh come on, I need this.
Oh okay, all right. Well, all right. So I pay the guy, and then you could reimburse me if you choose.
Yeah, I do that. Here,
Okay.
you get 3 silver.
Thanks, man.
So anyway, you pay the guy. He takes your horses, and you can step into the tavern now. I would say by this point, the Aesmer is actually starting to wake up a little bit.
Valen gonna take care of him?
Yes, Valen is going to take care of him. He's pretty catatonic, though. Like, I'd say in the last hour of your journey, he started to wake up, but he really couldn't coherently state much. Valen wraps his cloak around him, nods to each of you, and says, I think I'm going to retire pretty quickly. I'll see you in there. As he goes in ahead of you, when you step into the tavern, it's fairly boisterous for how late it is. You see there's a few off-duty soldiers that still have some of their regalia on, sharing pints of ale. There's a few villagers. Most of the villagers in the space are fairly older looking, probably in their 50s or 60s. You see up at the tavern, first you see several halflings running about with plates of meat and ale, and you see standing up at the tavern, about 8 feet tall, is a tall, fur-balled woman with a dull, pale blue fur, with a very bright pink nose, and a nice navy blue hair swept back and held tight in a long braided ponytail down to her waist, which means that ponytail is long, as she's washing out a glass and smiling about and kind of barking orders at the halflings. It's a very nice, warm setting to come into after spending so many days on the road and spending a whole day underground. To feel the warmth from the fire, to hear people laughing and to smell the meats that are roasting and the ale that is being drank, you finally find some respite. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna follow Scarlet.
I'll go up to the who I assume is the innkeeper. Yeah, the barkeeper. Hello, madam. I think we'll take. Do you have any rooms open?
Oh, any rooms? Yeah, okay. Well, let me get one of my my go-to buddies here. Oh, there's so many of them.
Sorry, what race did you say she was?
She's Verbalg.
Okay.
So she's looking. All right. Shane. Yeah, you Shane. We got any rooms left? Okay, we got 3 rooms left if you'd like to take them. There's quite a few of you. Do we need a home for the dog too?
No, he'll stay with me.
What about that guy in the back? And you see Valen's holding up the woozy Aesmer. He's like, he looks pretty awful. Let's see if there's about 6 of you with the dog. So I can do 2 in a room and the dog. That'll be about 6 gold pieces, meals included.
That sounds lovely, my good woman. And what was your name?
Oh, my name is Paravel Bracklin Glen.
Your name is the name of the town?
Oh, well, normally I just go by Bracklin Glen, but the my little buddies here, the halflings, they like to call me Paravel. They gave me a nice little name, but yeah.
You see,
Well, it's lovely to meet you. Thank you so much. If you could have someone direct us to a room so we could put down our things, we'll be down in a moment to take you up on some of that food.
Oh, absolutely. Shane! Yeah, that's right. Get these folks bags, or swords, whatever. Bring them to their room. And we'll see you down for a nice meal, a nice hot meal. Thanks for joining us at the Guarverine's Tooth. If you need any supplies, I'm also a bit of a trader myself. But we could talk business over supper.
Excellent. Thank you, ma'am.
Absolutely.
And I follow Shane.
And you see this very frazzled halfling comes running over, and this halfling's got like a old prospector's beard sticking out, and a bald combed over head, as he just sort of comes up and just holds his arms out to take any bags you might have. I'll show you right to your room now. Go. Can I carry anything for you? Will you just?
Wyswick gives him his bags.
All right. Right this way. And he leads you up to your rooms. There's 3 rooms, very modest, 2 cots in each of them. Or they're not just cots. They're nice enough beds. Scratchy quilts, but comfortable.
I tip him a silver.
Oh well, thank you very much. You're mighty fine folks. Anything else you need before I go?
Thank you, Shane.
Up the boss.
sorry, Shane, could you bring my rooms came with food. Could you bring 2 porridges to the room with the sickly man?
Oh, aye, of course, absolutely. 2 porridges up right away. I'll see the rest of you down for supper, I hope.
Thank you, Shane.
Patters off.
Don't forget the oats.
It's mostly oats.
There it is.
But you find comfortable rooms for the night. You can go down for supper, whatever you want to do. We can continue that into the next session. But for now, you find comfortable beds for the night. You find hot meals. You may even be able to talk some business over with this new Paravel Bracklin Glen Verbalg. Who knows what she's got for sale? But it's your first time in a long time anywhere but Bracklin or but Magin Set, and a certain weight is behind you, and you find easy respite for the night, and you level up.
Yay!
Jesus Christ.
We were right, Tim.
Yeah, we were.
Wow, yeah.
I actually have.
What? Like it was obvious?
I've literally never been wrong.
Literally
That's
never
actually
been
true.
wrong? Yeah, okay.
Yeah, no,
Thank
it's
you,
true.
Stefan.
He has a sense about these things.
Level 5.
I love that Trent was like, that won't
level
happen. And I was
5.
like, no, that's for sure going to
That's
keep
gonna
happening. And they'll be fine. Well,
What do I get
Thank you,
now?
everyone who stuck with us through to 10 o'clock.
Hell yeah,
For
uncanny.
joining
dodge.
us in Paradise and for a fun adventure with a significant boss fight where several people almost died. And now a nice respite with some porridge and ale with some new friendly faces.
they're
And some
Canadian.
new powers.
They literally can't be evil.
Thank you, everyone. Have a good night.
Thanks, everybody. Bye.
Everybody loves